Hello, 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 hello. Hi, hi. Good morning. Good morning. Hi. Is this thing on? I think it's on. Hello, good morning. Good morning. Hello, everybody. How's it going? Good morning. Good morning. How's everybody's week's going? Hello, Tequila. Thank you for first. Hello, Coco, Neko. Welcome in. How's it going? Hello. Hi, Dennis. Good morning. Hello. Hi, Stevie boy. Welcome in. Hello! Hello! Yes, we can pet this thing. We can pet this. We can also. I don't think we can pet the Ulysses. I don't recommend you do so.
Get
He has
your
claws.
filthy hands
He
away
has
from
claws.
me.
He has claws. Everybody!
Yeah, your filthy
Quick time up,
non-exoskeleton hands away
time
from me.
time up. I'm sure he'll like that. Okay. Good
What?
morning.
What
Good
does?
morning.
What is
Good
that?
morning. Good morning. Good
What do you
morning.
mean
Good
by that?
morning. Good morning. Good morning. All right.
What do you
All
mean by
right.
that?
All right.
What
All
do you
right.
mean by that?
Moving on.
I
Moving
have
on. No,
questions.
no,
I
no,
didn't
no.
sign up for
Just,
this.
sometimes words kind of just come out of my mouth. I have no say. It's just I'm taking something. The inner voices, they did it. It's not my fault. We're gonna glide past that. We're just yep. Anyways. Hi, Bob, welcome in! Guys, hello, welcome to Book Club, everybody! Hello. How's it
Can't believe
going?
I've been done dirty in front of a squad.
Hello? No, what you talking about? What you talking about? Everything's fine. Don't worry about it. Let's return on the background music and turn it to no. Can we see? Where's the back? I lost the background music. Here it is. Where'd it go? Here it is.
Oh, your book cover is different from mine.
Really? Wait.
Yeah.
Oh, the one above me?
Yeah.
Ah.
Wait, I wonder.
This is the one that I downloaded
You're
too.
not.
This is the
You're
first
not
thing I looked
sharing.
up.
They can't. If I like show my screen on Discord, you can't see anything. Like they're not gonna be able to see anything.
They can't
right?
see now. No.
Wait. Let me show you something. Let me show you some shit. Oh my god.
Oh my god. Face reveal.
Face reveal. Wait.
Yeah.
Is this what mine looks like?
Oh, that looks pretty. I think that's the one on Amazon. That's the one. That looks like a whole ass manga. That looks like a manga.
Yeah. Well, does your have? Wait. Well, because you did. You read it on like electronically, right? Does you have the pretty pictures?
No, those are. Wait, oh, okay. So the book that I read and I downloaded, right? It's it looks like a graphic novel. You know how graphic novels work? It's a novel with sometimes there's pretty pictures inside, and it's colored.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah. So I have that, but I don't have the back and forthness of it. I don't have the, what do you call it? The inside book thing. Just pictures in important scenes. Yes.
That's interesting. I didn't realize that there was a version of that. Oh, cool.
Do you not have pretty pictures in yours?
Not throughout the story. It's just like mostly just book, and then
it's really pretty. I wanted to talk about it.
Yeah, no, I fucking bet. No, this book is a beautiful book. Actually, this is kind of spoilers, but like this image right here, Cinna.
Yeah.
That's what he draws at the end to get her.
I don't think I got that one, motherfucker. We've been like scammed, half of us. Like, you don't see what I see. I don't see what you see. I literally don't have that, but I have other pictures and they're colored.
Yeah.
I'm
but like
confused
this,
as hell.
like that. Well, but like this image right here that I had, like,
Yeah.
and chat's like, what the fuck is he talking about? Don't worry. But like that's like the image that like at the end, like in the epilogue.
Yeah. I get it. I get you. Damn.
I can
only imagine. Fuck, man.
Oh, this book. Oh, I'm so excited to talk about
this. I guess you'll have to post it on Twitter later as the ending tweet or something.
But yeah, you can do your thing.
Yeah.
Tell your chat what's happening.
Hello. Hi. Thank you for the readings. Hi, Mira Meowzu. Hi, Meepers. Good morning. How's it going, everybody? Hello. Good morning. Welcome to Book Club. Hi.
Okay. I regret giving you the mic now.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Yes, welcome in. To those of you who don't know, this is book club. This is a series that Yuli and I have started at some point this year. I want to say January or February or something like that. And every month we pick a book that we're both gonna read, and you guys always feel free to like read with us as well. But at the end of that month or the start of the next month, we will be kind of going over it, kind of like a book club, like a book review thing, you know. We'll be talking about character, plot, details, how we feel, what we think and stuff. And I usually like to scrapbook all my little notes and details in this notebook and stuff, and I go fucking crazy with the stickers and all the writing and details and stuff. So yeah, these are for the bookies out there. Hi Billy, welcome to book club. So this is the one we chose for, what month is it right now? Holy fucking shit, it's May. So this is for April. This was our April read right here. Right up there. So it's Yumi and the Nightmare Painter. Don't worry if you didn't get to read it with us. We will always pick another book and stuff. And you can always just chill. There will be a lot of spoilers later on in the section. So in case you do want to pick it up later, yeah, be careful of that. Yeah. Shout out to all the fellow book fans. Yes. So that's what we do. I feel like I should write that down somewhere. Welcome... welcome to book club.
Oh, it's so
Fuck, how do I
weird
say it? How do I say it?
the clacking of the keyboard while watching your
Book,
hands
book.
undelayed.
It's book club.
That's weird.
Book club. I don't know what to say. I don't even know how to pin messages. Hi, Lakshadi, how's it going? Thank you so much, Elmo. Lakshadi, thank you so much for the 8 months. Thank you. Oh, I'm surprised you have free time for books. All I do is game, stream, and read. Admittedly, it's been a really hard, tough month for me, so I would usually try to read 2, but I've only gotten through this one show. I'm really excited. I don't know what message did I say.
This was a bit of this is like probably the shorter of the books.
It's shorter, but it's very dense for me, and a lot of words I had to fucking look. I'm like, what the fuck are they on about? What the fuck are they saying? I'm like not the best at English, by the way. Book club. Thank you for the bonkies, Nick. How's it going, Nikki? Welcome in. What do I say? Book club. Book club. Hog.
Did you forget what you were gonna post?
I don't think I ever figured out what I was gonna post. Come get comfy with Yumi and I don't know.
I thought you were gonna do like book club today, discussing Yumi and the Nightmare Painters. Feel free to lurk. If you want to avoid
That's why
spoilers.
you're here. A book club today. Yumi and then oh my god. I'm not a streamer. You heard it here, chat.
I'm here to run Cinefrost's stream now.
I'm not a real streamer. Damn. I'm a fake and a fraud. I am a fake and a fraud. What is Nightmare Painter? Feel free to chill and lurk and shit. Heart. That works, right?
That's your stream.
Yumi's the brains. What am I? I don't even type properly. Thank you for putting it, Curry. I gotta figure out how to do that out on my own at some point, honestly.
I am not a great typist either, if that makes
typist? Is that a thing? Sent as the brainless? Oh shit. What am I good for?
No, typist, no. Oh my god, no. Typist is like just like person who types. I am not a good typer.
Oh.
Typist.
Please go in. Oh my god. We're gonna move past everything.
Wait. Are you gonna do the thing?
No, I'm not. We're gonna move on. Let's start book club. Woo.
Marry me. Can I touch your feet? Hi, it's Cinna. Braindead Fox Rage. High functioning, high maintenance, probably just high. You made it up.
No,
that's you.
It's not for That's not.
I obviously I can't copy your voice in it, but like, nice to meet you. This is a robbery. You're so no. This is you. That's you. You did it.
No.
Really, that I've memorized.
This is your book up now. I quit.
How much of a loyal fan I am of your content since I've memorized this.
I'm fucking crying. I'm crying, bawling. I'm on the floor. So I took over my account. Oh my god. There ain't no way. There ain't no fucking way. Where am I? What I want. Here we go. It's book mode time. It's book mode time. I don't think you know how brainless I am. I literally cannot even fucking hack into my own accounts. I can't find my own passwords or emails or anything. How the fuck am I gonna hack into anything? How the fuck is that gonna work? I can't. I can't find my own Minecraft password. We're just gonna move past that.
We're playing Minecraft. So that's actually I can't make those jokes. I don't play Minecraft.
Minecraft. Minecraft. Yes, feel free to lurk. Sorry, punch your Minecraft password. Big booty bitches. Oh my god, thank you so much for lurking, like shiny. It's comfy time, guys. I have lip balm, I have water, I have a lobster. And we have book. We have book. We have book.
Where's lobster?
That one right there. It's lunch.
What?
Lunch. Yoink. I fucking love lobsters. Yum 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 yum. What? How did you turn into a lobster? What? When did lobster really come into play?
I don't know what you're.
I
don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Huh. I don't know how related iPods
I see no lobster in these parts.
I'm losing it apparently. I don't think I slept, guys. I can't remember that I slept. So, honestly, let's just say that I didn't. And anything that I do or say, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I want to apologize. I want to apologize. But you know, but this is a safe word. This safer work. Ulysses chose this book, so no cock and clit.
What? Is that why you think I picked this book?
No. But we know it's safe. There was only one mention of tits.
We did Fourth Wing together.
But I basically fed it into your mind. I fed it into your mind. I was like, please, I really want. I want fourth.
And I said yes. We agreed.
But that's because you didn't know what you were walking into. Neither of us knew how fucking horny those bitches were.
Do you think I do not know what is featured in the romantasy genre?
Okay, well, I didn't. I didn't know it would go that far. I literally didn't. I didn't. My fault. My bad. I just got back into reading. I'm lobster. I'm lobster. Oh.
But yeah,
yep.
yes, this was. I think like so. I think we have like a relative alternating because we've done Fourth Wing. After Fourth Wing, we did.
Serpent? Was it? No wait.
Yeah, I think
February, March.
Yeah, because I picked Serpent. I picked Serpent too.
Wait, did you?
And that one there was.
I think I basically just gave you a list, and we happen to have some what do you call it? I lost words today.
Similarities.
Yes. Overlapping. What the fuck was I going on with Co?
Yeah.
What the heck was Co? Oh.
But yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like this is because then so we did Fourth Wing, which was kind of a together pick, and then I picked Serpent in the Wings of Night. Then you picked Sun Queen Trials.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Oopsie.
And well, that's okay, because Forgettable is where we put that book.
What the heck, man? I enjoyed it. I dare you to say that again. Oh my god. And then now we're here.
Well, hey, you forgot it first, so that's not on me.
Okay, listen, I was, just testing you because I wasn't sure. I
was convinced
Serpent.
For the record, she remembered Serpent before she mentioned Sunchild.
So, okay, because Serpent is above everything right now. Oh my god, tier list later. I'm so excited.
And then this was, I think so. Do we want to go into like just basic synopsis, but like about like non-spoiler part?
Sure. That's usually how it goes, chat. Those of you who don't know, we're gonna start off with like non-spoiler section synopsis, what the fuck is it about and stuff, and then we get into the nitty-gritty details, spoilers and shit. Yeah. Take it away.
Sure. So, is this your first Sanderson novel? Out of curiosity.
Yes. I don't think I'm not very. I don't feel like when I was like obsessed with books, I was like 12. The authors then and now that I consume are completely different. I'm new to everything that you're showing me right now.
So Sanderson's probably one of the most, if not the most, like popular, just like regular fantasy writer right now.
Really?
I think it would be hard to say that he's not like he's a popular one.
Okay,
like
okay,
one
okay,
of the
okay.
most popular.
Because you
Just
know how I'm
because
on
he
Book
has a
Talk, so it's like I haven't heard this name, which is very interesting. Maybe it's like
yeah
fantasy. It's not like the romantasy part. The romance
yeah
isn't as like
that's the
yeah,
thing.
yeah, 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 yeah,
That's the thing. He doesn't.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
He
yeah.
features romance at some
But it ain't
points in some of
like
his
the main
novels, but it's
thing.
not like a.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
not like
The main.
a focal point for the
Yeah,
most part.
yeah, yeah,
But
yeah,
that
yeah. I
doesn't.
get
That's
that.
not.
I get
But I
that.
think so. Sanderson, I like announced last year that he had like accidentally written 3 books called Secret Projects.
Oh,
And he like
accidentally.
he's a his work ethic is insane. But
Oh shit.
one of the books that he wrote was Yumi and the Nightmare Painter.
Ah,
I don't know if you read the
happy accident.
Ford and or the if there was like the after notes or like the after post credits, I think,
I don't think
or
so.
I
Only
forget what it's
the
called.
epilogue and the other epilogue. I don't know. There
Yeah.
was 2 epilogues, but you know, I read
Well,
those,
no,
and that's it.
this is from Sanderson and like
Oh
from the author.
no, 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 no.
So a fun part about this is that this book is very anime inspired.
I see that based on your
I
cover
think
and
that
mine. Yeah.
yeah, very
Yes,
anime
yes, yes,
inspired.
yes.
It's his favorite, as he says, it's his favorite of the projects, and it was more of a.
Oh.
I think what he says is that his wife is always kind of pushing him to try to involve more romance in his novels, and I think this is like a pretty excellent rendition of that. I don't
Yes,
know. I really
yes.
like this book. If
Big
that's
plug to
not
the
if it,
wife. Let's go. I think it was
uh,
the
uh,
right amount. I'm usually more of a romance person compared to fantasy, I feel like. I mean,
yeah,
consider me a baby reader, right? I'm just coming back into this. I've never really read like adult, like, you know what I mean? Not adult classic, but like, you know what I mean? It's like back then I was like 12. I didn't know fucking jack shit about what I was reading, you know what I mean? It was like
right.
typical shit, but this is new. And I'm liking this so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And so we should probably get to what the book is about. So Yumi and the Nightmare Painter has 2 titular characters, Yumi, and he goes by his title, Painter.
Hmm.
And it is about 2 people of different worlds that are suddenly connected spiritually into the fact that they're like body switching.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
they each have very different jobs
And worlds
in their
and everything.
societies and different worlds. And they have to try to fix the body swapping, but
Yeah.
there's a greater spiritual threat to that connects both of their worlds that they're both attempting to solve. That's like the best way to explain it, I think.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And mind you, these people are like what, 19, 21?
Yeah.
And shit ain't easy. This completely fucking turns everything they know and upside down, and I'm here for it.
Yeah, I think again, I think that like in the forward of this book, these are 2 characters that have like very fantasy-esque jobs.
Yeah.
And it's really funny when they have to explain their jobs to another person who is
Yeah. Yeah,
and like
yeah.
the stresses that come with it or the stuff that's more normal for them.
Oh, talk about the
Uh,
narrator. It's third person, which I honestly haven't read a lot of. I usually go first
Yeah.
person.
Yeah, so it's actually narrator's a really interesting conversation in this book because well, actually, wait, but that might be like too much into
Little
the
too much,
spoilers
I guess.
territory.
But it's
Yeah.
basically like he also
But yes,
doesn't
it is a
completely
third person.
understand what the fuck is going on. So it's like
Yeah.
it helps us also learn along with him, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we'll start with you, Cinna. So Cinna, like, after reading this book, where would you, if you had to give it like a
Oh,
letter grade, where would you
I
put
thought
it?
long and hard. I thought long and hard. I think A plus. A plus.
A plus?
A plus. This was solid.
Yeah. I
Mm.
think I'm like right behind you. I think I'm pretty solidly. I'm probably an A minus, I think.
Ooh, interesting. Okay, well, we're getting closer, because back then it was just like, you gave everything a C, and I was just like, S! You get an S, and you get an S. And you were like, nah, bro.
I gave Serpent was. I
You
gave Serpent B.
think I chose you as dog shit to you.
C
Serge.
is not dog shit. D is for dog shit.
Oh my. Okay,
I
dude.
don't. I
Okay,
don't
C's
finish
for
dog
crap.
shit, but
C's for crap.
no, no. I have a lot of books I enjoyed are in C. It's just they have craft issues that I don't like, but I
Okay.
enjoy them.
Okay, we'll get into the details, but for now, this is definitely an A+. I really enjoyed it. I didn't think I would, especially because it was like a lot harder for me to understand. Very dense, a lot of information, a lot of new things for me, a lot of big vocab words and stuff like that. So yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Uh. So I think I'm trying to think of like other things to talk about that before going to spoilers territory. Oh yeah, we could talk about like general tropes that are in this book because I think like those are pretty like safe for the most part. So I think this book is pretty solidly in the romance genre. I think like the main point is that there is like in this one it's a male female.
Yeah.
And young these it's like I think Yumi is 19 and Painter is 20.
Something like that. Yeah, they're very
they're
close in age,
very,
but they're
very
young.
close in age.
Yeah.
Trying to think of other things.
It's hard not to get into it. There's so much in the spoiler section. Oh my god. It's oh my god.
So there's a lot. I think really enough there's a lot of anime tropes that are in this book. One of my favorite tropes I think I've discovered this as I consume more content that has this, and I always enjoy it. I think I have always enjoyed tropes of person in a less technologically advanced society experiencing the pleasures of like modern life.
I like that. Yeah.
I didn't realize how much I enjoyed it until like I read this book and it's like, wow, I feel like every time this happens, I'm so about it.
I see it. It's very different for sure. I didn't think of it like that, but then I was like, oh yeah, it's very traditional over here. They don't really have like a lot of stuff. They have like their own like methods of like going through life and stuff. And over here they have like actual fucking electricity and fucking hot showers and shit. And then you start to appreciate. Yeah.
That is like a very a key aspect. I think a lot of this. What's the phrase? I think another thing to talk about for this book, I think it is about art as well, and like
for sure, that's a big point. A big
how
theme.
to and appreciating it and like why it is important. I think this book talks about that a lot.
Yeah. I've always liked the conversation. I fucking love it. It's because art means a lot of things to different people. And what's art? What's considered it? Who are you to say what's art? Why is this not art? And it's very, very important later on.
It's very important in general for the two characters because they both are artists in different ways.
And they rely on it for like their livelihood and everything. It's it's so fucking dumb, dude. Oh my god, there's so many. I love the way the book was written, dude. There's so many funny fucking like quotes, dialogues. I wish I could throw it all in here. I wish I could read it to you guys. It's so good, dude. Both serious and funny.
This book, so it's usually like whenever I read and I see something funny, I usually just kind of like, I nod. I'm like, that's funny.
A smile, okay.
And then I read
move on.
Keep on going. This book like made me laugh. There were like a couple of moments that like are just fucking like because of the narrator, especially.
Yes.
Some of the stuff you read, you just read it and then
you're like, what am I reading?
It's so funny. It's so funny. No, it's just like genuinely hilarious.
I think
like one of the parts that I think was the most hilarious was highly and lowly. So in the book, in the beginning of the book, the narrator explains that in the languages that these two people like speak, like they don't have swears.
Which I found like, oh my god, that's so Ulysses. If you could say highly and lowly, I feel like you might appreciate that in real life.
But what they do is that he explains that in the connotations of the languages, they can connotate things to be like the most base and the most low of a connotation, where it's like more crude, or like you can say it with respect.
And it was hard for me to understand in the beginning.
the way he connotates that is if something is said with respect and care, you say highly, and if it's very crude, you say lowly. Now, how that actually translates is like anytime you would see the phrase, "This is absolutely fucking stupid," you can just see instead of fucking, it parenthesizes and says
Highly lowly.
which I think is even more hilarious.
I've never
at
seen
some
this
point.
before. I don't know how many books you've read about like the language and stuff, but this is base English, but like it's different, the way that the language actually works. The highly lowly thing, I found it very interesting. I found a lot of like new things that I was like, I've never seen this before in books. In this book,
It's
yeah, sure.
it's pretty funny. I think this book, like in general, I think this book is pretty hilarious. There's a lot of moments in this book that are just like, I think out of all, I've only read 2 Sanderson books, this and Mistborn, but this book is like has a lot of humor in it, and I think
enjoyed
I
it.
appreciated it a lot.
Yeah.
So romance, art, fantasy, humor. I think this book just has a lot going for it. It's very short,
Yeah,
300
lots to offer.
for me. Yeah, for me it's like only like 327 pages.
I think it was like 800 something in mine, but still, like, I think it felt long in
you
the
have the
beginning,
electronic.
because I was trying to get it all in my head, like, what the heck? Because in the beginning, you don't really know what's important and what do I take note of. It's like, do I need to know this shit? Is this something that they're actually gonna explain? Is it gonna come together? Oh my god, I took hella notes, dude. I was like, what the fuck? I highlighted everything in this book, dude. It was like all green. I was like, okay, that's cool. Crap.
And then while we're here, we can kind of talk about just a little bit of like the magic stuff. So we can talk about essentially their jobs, like what like before like things go hectic, like what were their jobs?
Okay.
Do you want to start? Who do you want to start with? Of the
Let's
two
do
titular
Yumi, because
characters?
that's like in the title. So, people would assume it's about Yumi.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You want to talk about Yumi?
Yeah. It's about Yumi.
Go ahead.
It's like how one thing to mention before anything, I noticed that because they're from 2 different fucking worlds or realms or whatever you call it, right?
Yep.
The painter, right? I'm gonna call him by his name, Nikaro.
Yeah.
Right, Nikaro's world, everything in his area is more like inspired by Japanese.
Yeah, it's modern Japan.
It's and for fucking Yumi, it's more Korean.
Yeah.
And I found that to be so
more
fucking
medieval
interesting. And
Korean.
they never had to like really say it, but it was just like, oh, I'm noticing these things, and it's like, holy crap, that's very interesting. But Yumi and her job, she's basically like what is called a yokihijo, and it's kind of like a chosen person who's like destined for like fucking greatness, but like she doesn't have free will, or not free will. How do you fucking explain it? She basically she lives to serve.
No, I mean
she
free will. That's I think that's an excellent way. She does not have a lot of choices at all.
No, she's basically like fucking taken from her family, raised to be this like, I want to say priestess, like a holy person who is supposed to like stack a bunch of fucking rocks in pretty like forms to attract spirits.
She stacks rocks, bro.
She's a rock stacker. Oh my fucking god.
Don't belittle that rock stacking.
It was so interesting. The first time it came up, I feel like I wrote it down, but I'm not sure anymore, dude. It was so fucking funny. It was like the author, or like what the fuck, the narrator, like goes on to this whole like fucking tangent about fucking how it's beautiful in art, and he's like, nope. Basically, they're stacking rocks, and I like that was 3 paragraphs of the beauty of it, and I was like, oh. Like stack rocks. I'm like, that's nice. I'm pretty sure I have a quote in here somewhere about it, but it's like,
no. That was one of my favorite parts.
It was so good, dude. There were so many things I highlighted.
I remember laughing out loud at that.
Yeah, because I was just like trying to get into it, like, whoa, okay, because the other one's like obviously a painter and stuff, but this one's like the holy rocks. Oh my god.
Yeah. So, I guess I will just like add to it. So she's like a holy priestess.
There's only like 14 of them. She's like one of them.
She's only 14 of them.
Very, very special position. Special power.
I'm trying to think of stuff.
The spirits.
Oh, so
right?
Yeah, the reason why they stack rocks. So it's not just that she stacks rocks and that's okay.
That's it.
The reason that they stack rocks is that in Yumi's world, the stacking of rocks and the creation of like particular amazing structures using those rocks
With the
attracts
the
spirits.
techniques and everything. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
and the
yeah.
spirits can be used to create tools
Mm-hmm.
for the villagers of those lands to
Yep,
like
because
to work the land because their land is super hostile.
yeah, it's like the fucking floor is hot as hell. There's a giant sun much closer to their like planet, and
Yeah.
there was like barren wastelands and stuff. They basically don't have a lot going on for them, so it's very very helpful that these like Yokihijus would help like get these spirits, and the spirits would be like, okay, yeah, fuck yeah, I'm gonna like help you and stuff, and um it's just not like a world of our own. They need this help for sure, and because there's like only 14 of them, it's like, oh my god, we gotta like praise all holy water and everything, and like we gotta praise them and everything. It's like these are like very special people and shit because they don't come very often, and when they do, it's like it's been years. We need this help. Holy crap, we rely on them very much.
Yeah, so the because the land is so hostile, the tools are of such necessity that the Yokihijos are revered to the point of almost like
Gods, maybe?
yeah, I very close to because like they're very revered. They have a lot of political control, which is weird to think because
She doesn't.
in Yumi doesn't feel like she has control because
She
she
feels
lives by
trapped
well, okay, yeah, there's a
by all
lot of
these
tradition that binds
rituals.
her. Yeah.
She can't eat by herself. She can't bathe by herself. She has these like servants that she can't even talk to or befriend, and it's just very strict. It seems like she's caged, and she's supposed to like she feels all this guilt because it's like, oh my god, I've been chosen by the spirits. I can't bring dishonor and shame and shit. But it's like I'm supposed to be this important person, but I can't even fucking do the basic things. I don't have friends. I don't have family. I don't got nothing going on for me, and I have to feel like I have to appreciate the fact that I've been chosen for this life. I've been destined for this. It's like very complicated emotions.
Yeah, there's a lot of essentially like essentially I think her problem is that she can't separate her duty from identity
She doesn't have one, basically. She's not allowed
because
to
she
have
doesn't
one. She don't got
because she
nothing.
doesn't because for her it's like the same, but the problem is that she has like human emotions of, I want to go to this festival
Yeah. I want to live
and
my
that would
life. I want
be
to try new
I want to live my
things. Yeah.
exactly, but she's not allowed to because in the tradition Yokahijos are essentially everything is taken care of
Mm-hmm.
so that they can focus on the art of stacking rocks
And summoning
to
spirits
attract
and all that.
spirits.
Yeah, because it's that important. So.
Like I think the narrator does a really good job of saying like her life is so regimented and so ritualistic
Mm-hmm.
that like there is the only thing that she's good at is stacking rocks. Like
Yes.
it's like she can't bathe by herself.
Yes.
She has to be dressed. She has
That's
to be
insane.
fed. She's not
Dude.
allowed to actually eat food
Oh
on
my
her
god, oh
own.
my
She
god, oh
has
my
to
god.
be fed.
A little off topic,
Uh
but I actually had a friend like that. I had a friend like that. She was
oh
a rich little lady, dude. We were like 12, 13, 14 years old, and she barely could do shit on her own. Because she's so fucking babied. She has all these
yeah.
maids and drivers, and her entire family is rich and everything. And so, like, whenever it came to sleepovers or anything, it's just she's not really like a normal person. It's just like, what? You don't know how to do this? You don't know how to do that? It's like, what do you fucking mean? Like, she had to wait the next day for the maid to come to help her bathe and shit. I'm like, what the fuck? So yeah, seen a little
Yeah.
bit of
So
that.
yeah, everything is taken care of for her except so that she can focus on stacking rocks for villagers to help
Yes.
them with
And
spirits.
she moves every day because there's all these
Yeah.
villages that need all the help. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So that's
Uh
Yumi.
and let's talk about Painter.
Painter. Painter's a painter. Not just any painter, he's a nightmare painter. How do you explain nightmares?
Well, let's talk about so a big part is that the world that these two characters inhabit are very different.
Yes.
So if you imagine like Yumi's world is like a very like medieval Korea. Like it's very like villages,
Yeah.
people like the Industrial Revolution hasn't happened yet, so people are just like working with like
They're farming
basic
and
farming
yeah.
tools. Uh like a very, very
Simple times.
base simple society.
hmm
Uh
It's also very hot there.
Nikaros or the Nightmare Painters is a very modern society. So
Technological but cold and dark.
yeah,
Complete
because
opposites.
yeah, complete opposites because Yumi's world struggles with like a heat problem, where
Mhm.
like the world is very harsh. Nikaro's world is like the same. It's a very harsh world, except that instead of heat, their world is essentially domed off by a wall of shadows called the Shroud.
Yeesh.
And from that shroud spawn nightmares, which feed on people's dreams and thoughts.
They're usually
And
harmless until like they get to a point where they fed enough, they get actually fucking violent. They actually can
yeah,
kill people and hurt them and everything. So you have these guardians or these people who go to art school to actually fucking paint away the nightmares. How the fuck do you say it? That's like capturing
yeah,
them without within a
it
painting.
banishes them.
Yeah,
It
yeah, yeah,
banishes
yeah,
them.
yeah.
No.
Yeah, it's basically like
So
his ritual.
yeah, so essentially, yeah. So Nikaro's job is that he is a nightmare painter. I think quite the opposite of a yokoijo, where like they're very sacred. Nightmare
Mm.
painters are like are all over the place.
It's easy to be replaced. You just go to school
Yeah.
for it. That's it. They're much needed too because it's like a life or death situation compared to. Well, I mean, the spirits too can be life or death, but this is more like fucking urgent. I feel like in the moment, you know.
It's just that he is replaceable. Like there are
Yes.
many
Yes. Yes.
of his
Yes.
kind.
Yeah.
Uh, he feels underappreciated. He
Mm-hmm.
has his problem is that he wants to feel special. He wants to be a
He
hero.
wants to be the dude, the man, the guy, chosen one.
But he exactly it's and I
Yeah.
think that's one of the things, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
one of the
Yeah.
interesting parts of where Yumi feels like she
She
doesn't
doesn't
want to
want
be
it. Yeah.
like the
Yeah.
person in the spotlight because it's so trapping. And then Nikaro's the whole thing is that he feels essentially like nothing that he does really matters.
It's very mundane. He just lives day to day. He's just trying to fucking eat, you know? His job is his job. It's
Yeah,
not very passionate the way that Yumi takes it very seriously, her art, versus his art, you know?
yeah. But he is essentially the reason why it works is it's
Yeah.
explained that essentially when a nightmare painter encounters a nightmare, they render it into something harmless via the art. And then so like they see the nightmare, they paint something that is harmless and try to
Yeah.
attach it to the creature, and because the creature is then rendered harmless because they're being painted as like a harmless thing, they are banished back into the shroud.
Like a psychology thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they usually look like these, like, demonic little fucking things with, like, glowing eyes, and they're basically, like, shadow demon things.
They're like shadow spiders.
Yeah.
They're described as like very arachnoid.
Yeah. Oh, I don't like that.
Until they stabilize, because it's said that like the more they start looking or they start having like limbs and eyes, the more they've stabilized, and that's when they're a problem. And that's when you send a dream watch, which is like the elite
The
of the nightmare
professionals.
painters.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The best of the best, and which is, you know, it's part of his dream too, right? He wants to be the best of the best. He wants to be special. He wants to be part of the dream watch. Everybody basically wants to be part of the dream watch. It's like you're set for a fucking life, you know. You don't make much as a painter, is a thing.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
very unappreciated
Underappreciated,
job.
underpaid, overworked. Yeah, it's a lot of things.
So yeah, those are like that's like the rundown of the two main characters, and that's as
Yeah.
much as we could really talk about without going into spoilers for uh the Nightmare Painter. Is there anything else that we should talk about before going to spoiler territory?
Let me see. Talked about the world, two main characters, bit about the narrator. I feel like that should be it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, their words collide, and this is where we start with the spoilers. Like, how are they gonna fix the whole body switching thing? Because a couple of different worlds, they're basically ruining each other's lives because it's like, oh crap, you're not supposed to do that. What are you doing? And it's like, it's just so fucking funny. The first time things happen, it's just like, oh, all right, you just completely overturned everything. You have committed crime. You've sinned. And it's like, they learn a lot from these experiences of switching. It's every night, by the way. I think, like when they sleep or some shit.
Yeah, when they sleep.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go into. Do you want to like I don't know, like put like spoilers on the stream maybe like
Spoilers,
like a text.
Spoilers. Let me see. I can totally do that. I can do this. Text. I can do that. I can do that. Is it working? It's working.
Spoilers.
Yo, spoilers. Where do I put it over there? It might be
I like
lobster.
right there.
Yeah, I did it! I totally know how. I'm doing it. I'm streaming. I'm doing the streamer things. I'm doing the VTube stuff. Look, are you proud of me? I added text.
Are you speaking to me?
Everybody, everyone's proud of me, right? I did it. I did that. All on my own.
Sure, yeah. GJs. If I could like
Smash.
League of Legends emote, I would. Just...
Oh shit! Let's go. Can't believe someone's talking about the plot points of a book. Chun chun. I hella scrapbook, dude. I went crazy. I write
we're
so
talking
messily.
Okay, so we're officially in spoilers.
Yes, this is it, guys. We're
Alright,
going
cool. This
spoiler
book
mode.
is so fucking good, dude. Holy shit, I love this book.
It's like you've been restrained and then you've been released and you're just like exploding with emotion right
Oh,
now.
no,
You've been trying to keep it together.
This book is so fucking good,
You
dude.
say that, but
I
it's A
loved
minus.
it.
I don't understand you. I don't understand you. A minus, he says,
What?
man. You call it A minus. You're like so
Yeah.
excited. I haven't seen you this excited over a book, and you're like A minus. Unbelievable.
Yeah, I don't know.
I can't believe this.
Like there's just a lot to love about like the characters and like
Minus.
Like
I
when I think like
thought I would get an S from you. I'll be honest. I was like, maybe this is
S?
finally an S from him. You know, no.
I don't know. I don't know if it would be an S. I'm trying to think of like comparing it to other books I've read, right? Because like when I
that
start
is a
doing the
very
Letter Guys,
yeah.
I have to start thinking like,
You have a
okay,
long
so
list.
like what else is an S like book? So like it could be up there with Babel. I think it's better. I like enjoyed it more than Serpent. I don't know if I enjoyed it more like than Will of the Many. I mean, maybe. I am happy like when I talk about things if it changes when I talk about it.
You
But,
you
like,
have much higher standards from so much more experience that I don't have. So completely different sides here.
It's also just a taste thing, right? So
yeah.
and if you like if something is an S to you, it's an S to you. That's the whole point.
Yeah, it's very subjective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I fucking love this book. Oh,
I
this
liked
book is
it too. Oh
I
my
think
god.
what I really liked about this book in particular, is I think both characters are like very obviously flawed.
Yes. I noticed.
And I think what I also loved is that, and maybe this is a dig at like I think like Fourth Wing and Sun Queen Trials, and honestly, even I think like most of the romantasy that we've read recently, even some of the books I've read like outside of this book club, had this issue. But I feel like this romance feels like very natural.
Oh, okay. It's not romanticized, basically. It's very everyday life. It's very like.
Well, it's like I'm trying to think. So like when do you remember like in the Sun Queen trials?
Yes.
Like when she like looks at like the Sun King. And like the first thing is like you just like are essentially described the most immaculate six-pack and muscled brawn and like like a very physical
beautiful
description.
Looking statue of a man. Oh my god, this giga unit.
That's not like how this one starts. Like
they're very
at all.
Average people, I think. Like yeah, you could see like some parts of them that are like, oh, that's Pog, that's not, but it's not like she's a goddess and he's like fucking Zeus, like.
Yeah, I think that something that I really appreciate about this book is that they really like the two romantic leads, like I think the part of the reason why they fall for each other is they like understand each other's pain.
Yeah.
In a way that's very real.
It's like a relationship built on experiencing together and all the different like emotions and like, it's not like a love at first sight. It's not like enemies to lovers. It's very
It is definitely not like love at first sight.
No.
But like let's talk about maybe we should talk about like plot, just kind of describe like just the basic movements.
Yeah.
Of
that's a lot to get through.
Well, no, I mean like we just very basic. It's like so essentially what happens is that it starts with Yumi. Cuz Yumi is like super exhausted after like a day of stacking rocks.
Yes.
Which sounds hilarious.
It was like, oh.
But she
summons a whole bunch. Yeah.
But she summons a whole bunch. I mean, the way it describes like the ritual that she does, she tracks 37 spirits, which is like unheard of.
Yes,
But
she's a very
like,
big pog at her job.
but her fingers are bleeding by the end of this. Like it's like it's super tiring for her. And then she
Yes,
has to
taxing.
ask the spirits to you know, produce tools for this. But at the end of the day, she's like really tired. It's probably her all-time low because essentially she wants to hear like good job
Yeah,
from like her
affirmation.
warden.
Yeah.
Yeah, an affirmation, and then all she gets essentially is, so were you holding back the whole time, or like, or are
Jesus
you
Christ, dude,
gonna?
I did not expect that. It was like, dude,
Yeah,
so harsh out
no,
of nowhere. This warden, this motherfucker. She's just so mean all the time, so strict, so stern, and that's like, imagine she was brought up. This is all she knows, dude. No fucking love, no
yeah.
family, no nothing. This is all she fucking knows. Never once a compliment, never once a single fucking positive, you know? Oh my god.
So she's at an all-time low, but then a spirit approaches her and says, like, while like she's herself, says, "Hey, we need your help." Um,
Yeah, which
and we
doesn't
can
happen
connect.
often.
We can connect you to someone who can help you.
Yeah. Very,
And
very,
she's
very
like,
dire in situations. Like
and
emergency
she's
help.
like, yeah, she's like, she doesn't understand what she's, you know, really talking about,
Doing.
or
Yeah.
like about to agree to.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
she's
yeah,
just,
yeah.
but in her mind, this is her duty is to do whatever the spirits tell her to do. And so she
Those are
says,
the real gods, basically. And she's just
yeah.
serving.
And she's like, yeah, sure, I'll agree. And then we should talk about Nicaro or Painter and what happens
Yeah.
to him, which
Oh boy.
is,
He's out on
he,
duty, right? He's doing
yeah,
his
go ahead. All
painterly
you,
things, right?
all
He's
you got
basically
this.
like they're basically on a watch, like bodyguards for the city. They're trying to protect. There's many different cities. They're all like fucking scattered because there's this big shroud cloud thing, right? The darkness and the different cities have like different painters and everything. And he's like got this one section to watch over. So it's his job, right? And he's like supposed to turn in the fucking paintings at the end of the day, and he's supposed to like get money for it and everything. That's how it works. But I think what was it? It was like he finds this almost what do you call it? Almost what is the word?
Abel.
Stable, almost stable fucking nightmare. It's kind of just like out here, and it's like, oh shit, it's a really bad sign. And he's like haunting over this fucking family. It's two parents, one child, and it's like, um, this is a very emergency situation where he's supposed to report it because stable and upwards nightmares are like really hard to deal with for like normal painters, and that's for the dream watch to like kind of take care of. So he's supposed to report it after he basically warded it away, like fucking shoo it away and everything, right? He successfully like made it run. But then he gets back home and something fucking hits him in the head or something, and he's basically whisked away to Yumi's world. And so he doesn't get to fucking report this fucking emergency and shit, you know? He doesn't get to, or did he report it and then they didn't believe him or something?
No. So, what happens is that he sees the stable nightmare off shift,
Oh, right,
and then, yeah, I think that's like the key point there is,
yeah! He wasn't,
he's not. He's not even on shift, but he tries to fight the nightmare anyway. It runs away. He goes to report it, but then, like, I think on the way home because he's looking up at the moon or like the one star that they're allowed to see.
Yeah.
The one planet. And then shit goes ham.
Yeah.
Right then and there.
Like, he didn't have to, but he went out of his way to, like, help his family and everything like that, so...
Yeah.
That becomes important later on, but... Yeah.
And then the body swapping starts happening because when that happens, we are immediately switched back into Yumi's world, except Yumi is not in her body. She has become
like a spirit, like a
she's
ghost.
become a spirit. And the new occupant for her body is Nikoro, or the painter.
Yeah.
As he calls himself.
So
and boy, does that go fucking well.
I mean, oh my god, not only am I waking up next to a fucking boy, but my body's been stolen, and I'm like, oh my god, this is gonna upset the spirits, I'm freaking the fuck out. You know, think of it from her perspective, where it's like, oh my goodness, never in her life has she had fucking friends, let alone a fucking boyfriend who sleeps over or like anything, like they never had a crush, never had any of that, like now, holy crap.
Yeah, she's never ever actually talked to a person normally. So
Yeah. So here's a boy
it's
her age, just like in her room, uh, in her clothes and her body. So
and
yeah.
this is kind of like the core movement of the story, which is essentially the Nikaro, who is now trapped in Yumi's
Yumi's
body.
body and expected to do her duties, right? She can't just stop, right?
Yeah, she can't just stop, but she knows that there's a spirit that needs her help, or that they are trapped, but she
Mm-hmm.
doesn't know what that means, and she
Or
needs to
how to fix
figure it
it
out.
or anything. Yeah, it just seems urgent. That's
Exactly.
it. No clue. No help.
And so Nikoro is kind of forced to live her life, which is for him
It's very hard.
fucking hard
She has
because
lived 19 years through all these really, really hard rituals and shit, right? It's like for him to not even like be allowed to eat by himself, bathe by himself, to stack fucking rocks that are like 30, 40 high and shit, that's not like normal people things at all.
yeah, and this starts creating a lot of problems for Yumi's life, because essentially, because he can't stack rocks like her, she can't
Oh,
help create spirits to help the village. So she stops at this
yeah.
village and says, "Hey, because I summoned 37 spirits the other day, I need to rest. I need to relearn the steps."
And
And
that's taken
uh,
negatively and everything, and then she gets like insulted more and everything, and like reprimanded by her warden, and it's just like, god damn, everything's going wrong from here onwards.
not to mention, at first when they meet, Negro lies to her.
Oh,
Because
dang.
Yumi says, "Oh, you must be a great hero that
You're
has
here
been
to
sent by
help.
the spirit to here to help me." And Nikoro, which we have been
Yes.
described as saying who has like a hero, like he wants to be
He
a
has a hero
hero, even though
fetish.
he's very mundane. I don't know, but fetish is a strong word. But he
This is
wants
his
to be a
chance.
hero.
It's his
He wants to
moment.
be
This
special.
is
Yeah, it's his
it.
moment. That's
This is
that's the problem.
moment.
It's his
That's
moment.
it.
So he says,
Instantly.
"I am the greatest."
This
I love the
me.
line. "I am the greatest of my kind."
I'm like,
Like
okay, dude,
what's
settle down.
wait,
Oh
like
no.
what? Wait, let me find the phrase. It's
Oh
so
my god.
funny. Wait, I think it's like
Yikes, dude.
after part two, because that's when they first.
Oof.
That's when it first happens.
Yeah.
Uh
I'm like,
oh my
please
god,
no. Please,
it's
please no.
so funny.
Why? And
Oh,
obviously,
also we see Yumi's first breakdown as well, because she's like, "You got to be fucking kidding
no.
me! Give me."
Of all the fucking people. Oh no.
Because so what happens essentially is that when they're in Yumi's world, right? Yumi sees Nikaro as Nikaro, but whenever anyone sees Nikaro, it's Yumi's body. They see it as Yumi's body. Only she can see
Yeah.
that it's like
No
him.
one can hear him, no one can see him. It's
Yeah.
just their own little thing. So she'll have to like whisper things to him to say to the person, and then it's a whole communication thing, and it's like he can't act the same way, and it just throws everything off because it's like, oh my goodness, our fucking priestess is going crazy, type shit. That's what's going on.
Mhm. You've taken my shape. No, he wasn't a spirit. I was trying to find the. Oh yeah, it's so funny. Because like essentially she's been fed her entire life by these people. So
Yeah.
like the first interaction that like this is what causes her breakdown. It's so
Oh.
funny. Is like they place the food and they're about to feed her, but he doesn't know that he has
Oh,
to be
thank you.
fed.
Yoink! He grabs it, and
So
they're
he
like
grabs it and they start eating,
in
and
front of
then
these
like
servants.
and they fucking lose it because they're like, "Oh my god,
Never before
she's
seen.
eating by herself."
No.
And then
Oh.
Yumi is just like, she says, "That's it. I'm done. This is bullshit."
No.
Oh, but I think the important thing about like the initial lie
Yeah.
from Nikaro is that um even the narrator explains that he's painted almost as unflattering, but he
Hmm.
always does want to help. Like when
He's
he
good
does
at
that
heart.
off
He just
shift.
has like a lying issue.
Yeah, I
I
think he
mean,
has a lot of like nervous energy and a lot
yeah,
of like
awkward,
social
you
issues.
know, awkward little boy trying to just make it in life. But he
Hmm.
means well, for sure.
Yeah, because we learned later, like the reason why he has like all of these issues is because of a greater lie he told earlier that led to like essentially his downfall until
Yeah, that was
much
like,
later.
yeah, a running thread. Yeah.
Um,
We'll talk about that later because it's like I don't know, I don't know, I don't know. I feel off about it. I have words to say about that, bro. Words to
yeah.
say later, later.
So next, the next part is don't worry, because this lie of him being the greatest warrior of his kind falls off pretty quickly. Because
Yes.
when Yumi Nikoro as Yumi goes to sleep, uh, it
Ooh.
switches, except it switches differently. So all of a sudden, Yumi has replaced Nikoro.
She's not in the body. There is no Nikaru. It's just Yumi. They see her, flesh and all.
Yeah, flesh and all. They see a person as you. They like Yumi has been swapped,
She's there in
and
person.
Nikaro is now the disembodied spirit, and she figures out very quickly that he is not the greatest of his kind
Oh my god.
at
Dingy little
all.
room in the darkness, bunch of plates all over the place, clothes everywhere. No one really respects him, no one likes him. It's really sad, honestly.
Yeah, he lives
Yeah.
a very sad loner life.
Yeah. He tries to fucking lie to himself even and say, "Oh no, I chose this. I'm a lone wolf. I got this. No, no, no. I'm protecting this world. It's all on me." So it's like a little make-believe story he tells himself. Make
Yeah,
himself feel a little better and less guilty. Yeah.
and very disassociated from his friends, or his
Mm,
used to be friends.
yeah.
Uh,
Not the hero, not the picture of, you know, who you would
not the
want on your
greatest of his
team
kind.
when there's a spirit asking for help and you're like, "Oh shit, this is the guy. This is the only person I have."
Um, I think another thing about it as uh another thing about Nikaro is that it seems like he has a lot of self-imposed lonerism, and I think there's a reason you learned the reason for that. Uh she gets taken in by his group of friends and he starts like
Yeah.
learning how they talk about him, and that's pretty brutal at some parts. Uh
Yeah, it was
when
really
they, when
hard
they talk about him.
to read. Um,
Yeah, I think that
I don't feel like it was just. I don't know. That was kind of mean.
I think a lot about it is both, and this is where I think this is where it gets interesting because Yumi starts learning about Nikaro
And what he's
through
actually like.
his surroundings, but
Yeah.
then it's the opposite as well because then when she's in Yumi's body, they sort of start understanding each other's pain, and I think that's like the crucial dynamic of the story,
Yeah, they're
which is
experiencing each
that
other's lives, so it's like, what better way to get to know someone than be in their position, you know?
yeah, and I think for the first time, and this is what I love about the story. I think both of these people are unrecognized for their work for a lot of ways, or like
Yeah.
about their
Yeah,
struggles.
yeah,
And
yeah,
for the
yeah.
first time, these are people that can understand each other. And they don't realize it, but like they both want that.
It's the final the first taste of like affirmation. The first, it's like, you know, this it's like, yeah. It's rough, right? You've gone throughout your entire life without all this shit, and it's like suddenly it's there, so you cling to it,
Yeah.
right? It's very important, but it's still really hard because it's like they want different things, and they're like, oh no, we should resolve the problem like this. No, maybe it's like that, and they get into a lot of arguments and stuff. But I think that actually tightens their bond a lot.
Yeah. Someone's mentioned it's like Kimi no Na. I'm trying to figure out what the.
I think that's your name.
Yeah, yeah. I think Brandon Sanderson has that as one of the inspirations for this book.
Mm,
Uh,
body swapping. Yeah, I think I thought of that too. Yeah.
yeah, the body swapping aspect, and I think a part of it too is essentially when they start realizing like the pressures that they're under. I think it just creates this dynamic of at first it's like a lot of hostile aggression.
Why can't you listen to
Y-
me? Why can't you do that? You know. Yeah.
And it's a lot about how they engage in their art as well, because for Yumi has to do this important work, and people are depending on her, because if she doesn't do it, then these villagers can't do their work, and it's unsafe, and they'll die.
Yeah.
Yumi starts struggling. I think one of my favorite parts in this book is the first time Yumi has to deal with a nightmare, because essentially they have to explain each other's jobs to each other.
Yeah, it's like learning on the job too. Even if you had like training, they've had like 1 full month together in each other's bodies, and I don't think that's enough. It's really like a lifelong type thing. Yeah, you're training for this shit. It's like real,
And I think like that's one of my favorite parts is when like Yumi has to like deal with the nightmare for the first time. And first she thinks like, look, I've been practicing making bamboo, like drawing bamboo. I got this. But then when she sees one, I love the line is like something in her mind says that she shouldn't mess with something that sees people as prey.
Yes.
And so she screams, the creature scuttles off, and then he says, oh, like, don't worry, that happens to everybody their first time. And she's kind of like, I think for the first time, for her, it's like she's supposed to be the best at everything because it's like a completely focused thing.
Gotcha.
But that A, taste of failure for the first time.
Yeah.
B, that it's A-okay. And like 3, it's almost like at that moment she realized because she calls him a coward and a liar a lot for the story, because he kind of is a liar.
A little bit, just a little bit. It's fine. It's fine. A little bit. I mean, I think it's normal, right? It's normal to an extent with like, it's just human things, It's not right all the time, but it's just like, I can understand that. I can.
Yeah, because probably she doesn't realize what his job is, right?
She doesn't know. Yeah.
It's like, oh shit, you do this shit every day. You did this every day.
Mm-hmm. Newfound respect, new view of it. It's like, holy crap, And bamboo is his chosen like thing to draw the fucking nightmares into. It's supposed to be a lot more like artistic and like passionate and shit, and that's part of the reason why a lot of people also don't believe him, especially the dude who collects the paintings. He's like, I don't really believe you. He thinks like that the foreman thinks Ninkara's been lying and just like painting a bunch of random fucking bamboos and like turning it in so he gets the money, but it's like, nah, it's fucking real. There's a stable nightmare on the loose, and it's a whole fucking thing. And that's why it's like run loose, and like it's become like a theme in his world where it's like, I gotta tell people, I gotta fucking stop this nightmare. I'm the only one who knows. Why haven't they done anything about it? Where is it gone and shit? So yeah, besides being a liar, it's hard because once or twice that you lie, and then nobody believes you. Nobody believes you. And he's lost passion.
He's lost passion for his art.
Yeah.
Because he essentially discovered that in school they teach you like you need to like take in everything about a nightmare that you see and paint it into something that is harmless but also looks like it. But he discovered
bamboo works.
Painting bamboo works 99%
it works.
Of the
That's
time.
it. Like why do I gotta put in extra? At this point, it's just like he's shattered, he's lost, he's just like trying to fucking make a living. It's like whatever, man. Bamboos. They do it. And so he even teaches Yumi to paint bamboo out day after day, bamboo after bamboo. It's so fucking, just bamboos.
And then, like, the other side of it, it's the work and the focus. I think Nikaro starts understanding, like, how much dedication and how much pressure that Yumi is under at all times. Where she does, I think a big thing is that Nikaro is trying to teach Yumi that, hey, like, you are a person and like you're allowed to have freedom and choices and to be happy.
Unheard of for her. She's like, what are you on about? Yeah.
Because she even says too, it's like, I sometimes think that it would be better if I'm a machine that just does, that my emotions are distractions.
Yeah.
Which is interesting. And I think one of the other interesting dynamics is that we have Nikaro who has lost his passion.
He's more like a machine. Right?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think it's
just
like,
bamboo,
for sure.
bamboo.
He pumps out bamboo.
A bamboo machine. Fuck, man.
But he's the one that's telling her, is like, there's more to it than that. Like, art is this, art is about emotion and beauty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then she's like a very like you gotta calculate the rocks and feel it. And he's like, no, but look at the way the fucking light reflects off of this. Look at the shadow of
Yeah,
this. It's like, I don't know. I don't know. There's a lot of similarities and differences in both of them, and it's like, it's very interesting to see him interact a lot of the times, especially when it comes to things that they care about.
for sure. Man, fuck, I love this book. I like this book a lot.
A plus, A plus.
Uh, so I suppose we should talk about like the twist of it, or like one of the like primary twists.
There are many twists and turns. My head
Yeah.
is spinning. I even wrote them down at the end. Like, oh my god, all the fucking twists are in there.
The one thing is that their initial theory is that in Nikaro's world there is a star. And they've
The
actually
one thing in
considered
the
it's actually a
sky.
planet. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
planet.
And they're advanced,
has,
right?
like-
So they got like a spaceship and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit! You know what we need to? Oh, you know what I completely forgot. We completely forgot the Heon lines. That's
Oh
like
yeah,
one of the most important world building parts.
That's
so yeah,
true.
the shroud is kept back. The reason why they're allowed to have a city with the shroud is that there are these great like lights called Heon lines that paints everything in teal and magenta. The Heon lines power everything in the city, and they ward off the
It's
shroud,
the energy,
the dark.
like electricity.
Yeah.
It's what keeps the water running in the shower and shit, and it's like very, very important. This is like the main thing of their planet, and it makes things not so dark and blurry. It's
Yeah.
it's literally the life of this planet, this place.
And it keeps out the shroud of darkness from consuming
Yeah.
the city.
And that's how they have like different clumps of like towns and stuff. And you can have a train going through, but it's like, yeah, it's just really hard going between fucking towns and shit.
So
that's what they
and
have.
the belief initially is that when he looks up at the sky, like when the body swapping started happening, it's because he was looking at the moon, and he thought that the world whatever connected him between two different planets. But that's actually not true.
Yeah, they have
We
many
later learned
theories, or like, what the fuck is going on? So, yeah.
They later learned that they're on the same planet, actually. They're just that initially they think that she's outside of the shroud.
Yeah, maybe she's in a different time, maybe a different planet, different, things like that. They go through all these things, but no, they're in the same fucking place. They share the one fucking planet, yeah, just different areas. And you might wonder where in the fucking world she is.
And then, man, I feel like this book started like when shit started happening. You're like, oh shit, oh shit,
yeah,
oh
yeah,
shit.
yeah. I remember it was a lot slower in the
Yeah.
beginning, and then it like started picking up. I'm like, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. It's all coming out. It's all coming together,
So, Yumi, in her world, while Nikaro has occupied her body, she can't stack rocks.
Yes.
Well, at the same time, very conveniently, these scholars come and say they have built a machine that could stack rocks and attract spirits.
So there's no more need for her and the other Yokihijos, which is also like a fucking spit to her face. It's like, what? A slap to her face. Like, what do you mean you're trying to replace us? Machines can't do art. Like, this is a whole thing they're talking about and everything. And it's like, oh shit, the people are also like kind of against it, but then the scholars are kind of like, you gotta need this. How long does it take for a fucking Yokihijo to come over here? You need this for your livelihood and shit. This is the future. The future is now, old man. Technology is here. We have machines.
Mm-hmm.
It's supposed to help.
And the machine they discover consumes spirits or uses spirits to power itself.
More like it's in prison.
More importantly, it uses spirits to make the Heon lines, which is the power source in the other world. So all of a sudden you're like, wait, what do you?
It's connected more than we thought.
Yeah, it starts connecting a lot more because then shit starts getting super wild because eventually, because they know that it consumes spirits, Yumi and Nikaro believe that the reason that they've been connected is that the spirits want them to break the machine, which is true.
Yeah.
The circumstances around it, though,
is way beyond what we fucking would have thought. I don't know. I did not expect it to go this way in that.
It blew my mind. It blew my mind.
I'm like, okay, simple enough. Break machine, let go spirits, big pog, happy ending, right? No.
No. So,
oh. Oh my god.
it's a big, so, God, the fucking roller coaster. Because what happens is that, this is a big moment for Yumi. Because Yumi, asks Nikaro to go, with her words, to finally take freedom and control of her life and use the command that she's given because of her position. They go to try to break the machine, and then they realize that Yumi's entire world is essentially a fake
world, planet. Like, everything's an
scenario.
illusion.
Yeah, everything is an illusion.
Nothing's real.
To trick Yumi
and the other Yokihijos.
To Yumi's spirit. Yeah, the other
They're all individual fucking prisons for each of these Yokihijos. Yeah. And they're all separated, and that's why you don't see anyone else. It's like an ongoing thing. And
they're all nightmares. They're all spirits. Yumi and all of the villagers and all the scholars. Like everything. Yeah. Oh god, they're not human. So,
they've long perished. They're gone. It's been 1,700 years. It's been like this, and she relives the same motherfucking day over and over and over again.
And yeah, you learn. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like there's a quote somewhere. Where is it? Hold on. Where was it? Fuck. Let me see. Do I have it? Oh, here it is. It's like there's a lot about captivity and shit, but I have one that's kind of related. It's like abuse is a more effective form of captivity than a cell will ever be, right? Because she's living this really sad fucking life and she's just stuck with the same old shit over and over again. And it's like, to find out that it's deliberate and that they're stealing her memories and making sure that she lives this motherfucking, like, sad-ass motherfucking life. Just because, so she's powerful and that they're actually scared of her, and that's the reason why the Yokihija are fucking imprisoned. Man.
Yeah. Oh, I think with that line too, abuse, and that's when she realizes that this is before the illusion falls apart. That the other Yokihijo are like living very modern lives.
There's a reform movement or something where it's like she can eat on her own, she can bathe on her own, but
she doesn't have to work until she's sick or dies, essentially. And then everyone's like, "No, they retired now."
Yeah, 70's good. You're fine. Yeah. You're out. There's a lot of lies. I feel like there's definitely like a peak moment for both of the characters. For Yumi is when she realized, oh my god, my warden and everybody around me is lying. I can actually be free. I can actually have friends. I don't have to like hide my face and like have people bathe me and shit. I don't have to use 9 bars of soap and like do all this shit. And for Nikaro, it's like when he realizes the dreamscape are not what the dream people? The dream people?
The dream watch.
The dream watch aren't like as heroic and like romanticized as he thought. These are like, truths they both have to face, and it's just like a moment where they're literally fucking shattered and everything's just not what it was, even more than they thought before.
Yeah,
definitely favorite moments.
So essentially Yumi's whole world is like fabricated, and they realize that a long time ago the machine was activated a long time ago and is the cause of the shroud.
It was also made by the people. They didn't intend for it to go that way. It kind of did a fucky-wucky. They meant for it to do, like, to make, like, energy and to make their lives better, but then it kind of went a little crazy, started sucking up all the people's souls and then the spirits, and turned into the shroud.
Yeah, that became the fucking problem, was because they eventually made it, it's like, hey, we can call spirits, and the spirits can be used as energy. What they didn't realize was the machine was like, oh, hey, spirits, human souls.
Everything's made of the same thing. They call it investiture. Matter, energy, soul. So they didn't predict any of that. And you can hear the remorse in the fucking people's like voices. What have we done? What have we done towards the end? It's like, holy shit, we didn't mean for this to happen, but it's like way too late. It's been happening for so long. What do you do now?
And then the Heon lines were made that repelled the shroud, but the shroud essentially it's like leftovers from that the machine makes after it eats a person, eats a soul,
Yeah.
and eats spirits or feasts on
Yeah.
spirits. So Yumi and all the Yokihijos, their souls could not be controlled and could not be dealt with by the machine. So the machine essentially trapped them in these pretend worlds, took away their memories so that they would live the same days over and over again. And Yumi is one of those. However, the reason why the connection happened in the first place was because even though her memories were removed, she got so fucking good at stacking rocks from sheer muscle memory.
Years and years of practice.
Yeah,
It's
that
like the one thing.
one of the souls or one of the spirits disconnected from the machine to her rock stack and then connected their soul because this spirit witnessed Nikaro going off shift even though he didn't need to save somebody.
He did a
and considered
heroic
him
thing.
a hero.
He did a big pog. He didn't have to, and he's like, I need you to go help her and stuff. This was when the one spirit kind of followed the nightmare into Painter's world.
Yeah,
and that was like the whole thing. So it's all connected.
Yeah, the connection for that it was insane.
I loved it. I was waiting for it. I was like, I need an
explanation. I was so about it. And then what happened? And then eventually, what happens is that Nikaro learns that the machine has now understood that he is a threat and that they're a threat. Sends a whole bunch of nightmares his way.
A fucking 1,000.
But now he knows that all the nightmares are actually people. And usually you're not supposed to paint nightmares as people because people can still hurt you. Yeah. But he realizes that the nightmares are still, they want to be human.
Yeah, they're just kind of reminiscing. They're very lost. It's like they don't mean to kill. They don't mean to be like these fucking crazy, like vicious, like demon things, you know? They can't remember as well. They're lost as hell, and they're trying to like go back to this like human area to fucking figure shit out, and they're just lost all the time and lost and feeding and lost and feeding, and you know eventually they turn into like stable nightmares. So they're actually human.
I think that's why they feed on thoughts too, because like they don't have them anymore.
Yeah,
so
they don't have emotions. They don't got nothing going on. Yeah.
And so because of that, you know, no one believes Nikaro when he says that their nightmares are gonna come and wipe them out, but he has a whole moment with his friends. We'll get to that later. When we talk about just other stuff. But like basic plot, he gathers a whole bunch of painters to essentially protect
because the dream people
their city
aren't going to.
Yeah.
Sadly, because they're supposed to be the protector, the expert, the top tier bitches, right? But they don't, and they're like, fuck, well, I gotta go seek other people to help me stand my ground because 1,000 fucking nightmares is going to absolutely destroy the city. All innocent people's lives will be Yeah,
you learn that the Dreamwatch is essentially they're not actually elite painters. They're essentially
glorified people. They're like politicians, like children.
The sons of politicians.
Yeah. It's
like very nepotistic.
Yeah.
Group.
He was never gonna make it. They're kind of just for show. They actually have a lot of other helpers who help them. They get carried. They get carried to do their work basically, and they're just the face of it. That's it.
Like literally, what they are is in a League of Legends game.
Oh my god.
You see the top laner as 0-2, but then the team wins.
Oh my god.
And then you're like top diff. That's them. That's what the Dreamwatch are.
Yeah, it's kind of sad because it is like people depend on them, you know. This is like, oh, don't worry, the Dreamwatch people they'll handle it, they'll take care of it, everything's fine. Like the entire fucking time, we're just trying to get to the Dreamwatch people because it's like I'm sure they know what to do. I'm sure they'll protect us. It's like your safety net is fucking gone now. It's all destroyed. You're fending for yourself. I think that was super scary.
Yeah.
These are his. It's like these people are his heroes. They're legends. They're like.
And you learned that he got rejected from them, and it really fucked him up. And now
it wasn't really his fault, you know. Yeah. It was more like, you are just some poor ass nobody. You're no politicians, anything. You don't got the connections. You don't got the privilege. You don't got any of this. And it's like, GG. What do you do?
So essentially, he gathers his friends essentially, who are giving him essentially one last chance to tell the truth, and he is, because turns out the nightmares come.
Yeah.
He fends them off. Uh, he successfully repels the attack, and he becomes like the hero that he's always wanted to be.
Yeah.
And then the Yumi finds the
Meanwhile,
machine, the
yeah.
rubbles of the city, and sees all the spirits next to the machine that is stacking rocks.
Stacking forever.
But the whole point is that the spirits don't just want to stack of rocks. They want someone who cares.
Yeah.
And someone who like cares about the intent of the
creativity, the passion, the feelings.
And I think this is where like when he has learned from him and like kind of ingest that all into creating like essentially the most perfect rock stack that's ever been made, which sounds hilarious. Right? Like that sounds ridiculous, right? I think even the narrator says, you know, like to anyone else, like this art might seem stupid.
He says that multiple times. Like, don't worry, there is meaning. It's important.
Well, no, he says it doesn't matter though, because it's people's who assign the value to art, and for them right now, for this moment right now, this was priceless. As he creates this entire like infrastructure of rocks, so powerful that the spirits gravitate away from the machine, and the machine is destroyed because it no longer can be powered. It has no spirits to power it. And then I'm not gonna lie, the end before the epilogue, I was about to throw fucking hands. because
there's no way.
Yeah, well, because Yumi, you know, you learn that they're all nightmares. They all died a long time ago.
Yeah,
right?
the only thing keeping them there and in form and everything are these like machines, which she needed to destroy, because otherwise the nightmares will keep coming and there's no end to it. And you know, the painter's in trouble, so she basically had to kill the machine. And what's keeping her there? The machine.
Yeah.
Self-sacrifice.
And then she fades away, and like their last thing that they say to each other, because they're like still like mentally connected.
Yeah.
Is they say "I love you" to each other,
Ooh.
and she says "I love you, please remember me."
Oh my god, dude! No, my
and
heart.
I was so fucking upset. But then the epilogue happened.
Okay.
Which is honestly, I cried a little during the epilogue. Because in the epilogue has like the best, like it's the best moment that Nikuro has.
Yeah.
Because essentially, the narrator is saying, you know, he should have known that the story ended, but no one explained to him how stories ended. Because Nikuro goes to this blank wall, which like so like it's explained in the story that like every artist has like a blank wall that they assign their like art to. But Nikuro has never painted his. And you also learn that Nikuro is actually like a master painter.
He's the best of the best.
When he got rejected, like it destroyed him.
Yeah.
But he sees it, and finally he starts making the most beautiful piece of art. And what it is like this, he's essentially, he draws Yumi. And we know that the nightmares like respond to like art and it being made. And then he has this whole thing of, if nightmares can be real, why can't dreams be? And he draws like the most beautiful painting of Yumi. She appears, she drags her into the real world, and she materializes, and she finally gets to live a life of like, oh god, wait, let me find it.
Yeah, they basically both willed her back into existence, basically. She was like fading already and stuff, but they're like, no, this is your chance to live your life. You have a will, I have a will, this is our world, we get to decide our rules, you know? Fuck it.
Let's see. Oh, I found the passage, if I may.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let's see. Painter dropped his brush and reached in and took her hand. Her voice. It's not right. Yumi, he said, tears in his eyes, holding on tight. We decide what is right. Nightmares can be real. Why not dreams? You have powers granted by the spirits. Your whole life, your dozens of lives, you've used it to serve. Use it for yourself this once. But our world, Yumi, our rules. I don't. Our world, our rules, our world. You deserve to live, our rules. You deserve to be happy. I deserve to choose. I deserve love.
My
The other hand
God.
emerged from the smoke and seized his. They held to each other as the city trembled, the smoke died, and the world changed.
Oh my
It's so
God.
fucking good, dude.
Oh my God.
Uh, I
Oh,
I think that moment, yeah, no, it's so good.
I felt the feels. Feels were
Yeah,
felt.
no.
Oh my God.
Uh, and that's like essentially like the hallmarks, like of plot stuff of like what happens.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna
Man, this
accept it
book.
if it was a sad ending. Like they made it seem like it was gonna end with a fucking whole like, oh yeah, sad endings do happen. That's just reality. And I was like, ain't no way. Ain't no way. I said, ain't no way. This was like a whole foreshadowing thing from the fucking drama series. Oh my God. That made me so sad.
Oh man, it's so fucking good. I love this book. I think a big part of it too is like the book makes a big point of like we assign the meaning to art, and art is about intent. And you know, for Yumi, it seemed so silly that stacking rocks was an art, but it didn't matter because it was important for them, you know.
Yeah,
And like was
individuals.
it the first time that Yumi made a painting of like the carnival that they go to?
Oh.
Like I love the thing about it is like, you know, for them in that moment it was priceless. And I was like, yeah, no, this book, oh God, it's so good.
It's really
Yeah,
deep
you're you
actually when
know,
you think about it.
yeah,
It talks a lot
you're
about
right.
like a
It's
lot
like
of
I think
things.
we're like in A plus territory now. I think this book is so good.
We haven't
I
finished! Oh my God.
yeah, no, I thoroughly enjoyed You Being the Nightmare Painter.
A plus for me. A plus for me.
Yeah, no, this book is so fucking good. This book is so, uh
I wrote way too many fucking favorite lines and favorite scenes, and I
I have
jotted
a couple of
this.
lines
I
too.
used these nice neon pink and blue, you know, to fit the fucking
Oh
mood.
yeah, to fit the theme.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a lot more neon in person, but I also have this one memo of like the noodle shop, coffee shop thing for the theme. This is for my
Hmm.
glossary. I didn't get to fit a lot in it. Basically, in my glossary, it was like Yumi, Yokihijo, Torio, because the names of shit is so hard, dude. And then Nikaru,
Hmm.
Painter, Kirahito. And Kirahito and Torio are both on planet Komashi. And it's like, oh my God. It was so hard to find the names and like to fucking remember in the beginning. I was like, what is happening? I have investiture, it is matter, energy, and soul. And yeah. Other things they mentioned, like what the fuck Masaka was and what design was, that was just in the background for me. Like I was definitely curious to know more about this world, and you said it was like a one book in
Yeah, this
of like the universe, what do you call it?
yeah, it's like an in-universe, the Cosmere.
Yeah.
I think for the most part, you can just for the most part, you can kind of just get away with like not caring too much about it. Because I was like, whenever he said "don't worry about it," I kind of just believed him.
Don't worry about it. I want to know.
Uh,
I was wondering how much was gonna be explained.
but for the most part, I don't know. Like I have so many like great quotes from this book. This
Yeah, I had
book
to
was
tear out a
so
couple of.
this book was so enjoyable. I don't know. It was
It's
like
very
it
beautifully
felt
written.
yeah. It
It's
has a
really
lot of
nice.
anime moments too. Like
Yeah.
weirdly enough, which are like didn't get in the way for me. I was like, oh yeah, this is like
It
there was
flowed
like a
pretty
scene.
well. Yeah.
Yeah, like everything was done like
Nicely.
everything felt natural, like no, like
Yeah.
natural.
Yeah.
You know, like it
Nothing
didn't feel
took me out.
forced.
Yeah. Yeah, I
It
agree
didn't
with
feel
that.
like oh he's
100%.
just having this because for the sake of having it.
Just
It's like oh
because.
no, like
No. It's explained, it matters, it's
yeah.
important, it's there for a reason. It's like yeah. It matches the scene. What's going on. It's there. And I have some longer quotes too, but would you like to start with
Do we,
one?
yeah, yeah, sure. Uh oh, this is Nikoro speaking to Yumi. Art is about intent, Yumi.
Yes, yes,
A
yes, yes.
rainbow isn't art. Beautiful as it is, maybe. Art is about creation, human creation. I love that, man.
I loved
That's
it
just so
too. I
good.
highlighted so much
That's
of the
just
fucking
so.
book. If I'm flipping through, it's just like green, pink, purple. Everything's highlighted. I'm like, okay. It was a lot going through all of it. I had to sort through so many fucking quotes, but I think I had that one on another loose leaf. Oh my God. I did it by chapter as well.
Why don't you share one too? Because you usually have more than I do.
Yeah, I can't choose. I'm indecisive like that. I got this long one, and I don't know. Just it's a personal thing. I have nightmares basically on the daily. I get nightmares all the fucking time. I understand it, and this one just really stuck with me. Nightmares are a fluid terror. Once you get the briefest handle on one, it will change, filling nooks in the soul like spilled water filling cracks in the floor. Nightmares are a
Oh, I
seeping
remember this
chill,
line.
created by the mind to punish itself. Chapter 3. Man, that's how it feels, bro. That's how it fucking feels. These are, I think they're talking about actual nightmares before they get into the whole,
Yeah.
like, nightmares walk in my
What?
world, Yumi, holy shit, you know? Type thing. Yeah.
I think I have another one here. This is like,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think
yeah.
this is a pretty great. Let me. I can get the whole quote here. Let me go to
Yeah,
page
yeah, yeah,
37. Do,
It's so bright on my
let's
pages.
see. Can't listen what happened. I'm trying to think. Wait, is this the right page? Let's see. Oh. But she just felt tired and guilty over her lack of proper emotions, and more tired because guilt of that sort is an immense burden, heavier than the rock she'd moved earlier. Then she felt ashamed because guilt has a great number of friends and keeps
Yes!
their addresses handy for
Yes,
quick
yes, yes.
summons.
Yes, 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 that
Uh,
was so beautiful. Oh my
I
god.
think I think a big part, and I think this is a part that connects like Nikaro and her a lot, is that she understands the pressure of what it feels like when people depend on you for so much more than like
Yeah.
what you can give,
Yeah.
and that's kind of been drilled to her, where, and I think this has happened before. I feel like it's a pretty universal experience, right? You feel guilty because you're not doing your best. Because you're not doing your best, now you feel ashamed because, like, why aren't you doing your best? And you're
Yeah.
letting people down because you're supposed to be this responsible. You're supposed to be this person that
Sometimes
that
you
everyone depends
are
on.
doing your best and it's not fucking enough, and that's a whole nother fucking feeling, right?
Yeah.
It's like, shit, man, what more can I give? I've done it all, you know, and it's like
And that's
they
what
want
happened to
more.
Nikaro too, right? It's like he
Yeah.
is the best of the best. He gets rejected. What does he do?
Yeah.
You know?
Is this where we talk about his lie? The whole thing with his
Yeah,
like
we can. Yeah.
yeah.
So
So
the
yeah. Go ahead.
yeah, okay. I'll do it. Essentially, Nikaro's great deception of why he is a loner is because he lied about getting into Dreamwatch, even though he didn't.
Yeah.
So he told all his friends that he was going to get into Dreamwatch. And then, and the nice thing is that when you get into Dreamwatch, you essentially get to like
Pick your squad.
sponsor and pick a squad, and and then
Yeah.
everyone is taken care of.
Yeah. You're set, right?
And
You and your friends.
yeah, and Nikaro is a great painter. He is considered. All his friends know that he is the greatest artist that they've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
And then he realizes that, like, once he applies, he doesn't get in, and he doesn't tell his friends for a whole month, I believe, right?
I think it ended up being a year because it was more
Was it a
like
year?
yeah, because it was just timing, a timing thing. Have you ever been in a
Yeah.
situation where it's like, shit, it's someone's birthday, but I just got rejected from fucking, I don't know, UC Berkeley or some shit like that, right? It's like I have this like terrible news, my cat just died. I don't fucking know, right? Knock on wood. But it's like the timing's not right. I don't want to ruin the mood. I don't want to drag people down, so I'm gonna
Yeah.
wait for the right time. Okay. Oh, next week exams happen. Everyone's fucking studying. I don't want to let them down that time, so it just keeps going, it keeps going, it keeps going, and then it's a whole year. So obviously I'd be pissed too if you kept something from me for a fucking whole year, you know, because he lied about it in terms of like he didn't
Yeah, for sure.
say he got rejected. He kind of just let them assume, but that's still lying, you know, it's still wrong. Because all these friends, they like
They
they
essentially
told their
were like
family.
riding on him.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then he doesn't tell them, and then they figure it out.
They fucking
And
find
then-
out in the worst way too. That he's just sitting in the library doing fucking nothing. Staring at a fucking
Mhm.
wall. So it looks really bad, right? It's like, oh my god, this fucking
Yeah.
asshole. You know, he's skipping
Purposely, it looks really
class.
bad.
Yeah, look, he's skipping class. It seems like he's supposed to be going to training, but he's just out there slacking off. So that's why a lot of people think he's slacking off on the job too, and that's why they don't really believe him when he says things.
Hmm.
It's a big lie. It impacts him a lot, sure. But it's like I don't feel it's like I don't know. Yeah, sure, he should have done a lot of things differently. He should have apologized, but I feel like the grudge they held against him was just really, really big. You know, like I would feel pissed, but like it felt like they hated him. Like they kept making fun of him and they kept like you know what I mean? Like talking down about him. Like to his sister, his supposed sister, but right, because the cover was
Yeah.
that Yumi is his sister and that's the thing. Um but it's like I don't know, I don't know. I felt a little unjust and uncalled for. To the extent of which
Well,
they kind of treated him. I don't know.
I think that like one of my favorite moments is when Yumi pops off at them,
Hmm.
where Yumi's like, "Look, he did a bad thing. It sucks. You were hurt, but did you guys ever even consider, ever, ever even try to realize that like the pressure that he was under, that the pressure that he was under, that he has failed in his greatest task and has failed all of you, and that he even struggled." And I think I think that my even most favorite part about that is, did you maybe ever consider the fact that it was kind of unfair that he had to be responsible for all of you,
Yeah.
and they had like nothing to say about it?
Yeah, I think they purposely held it off until they fucking made Yumi explode off on him because she like always had his back
Yeah.
and she always, you know, it made this the moment stronger, all the more justified and everything because of how like but like in a reality type of setting, you know, it's like damn, how many years has it been and they're still clinging on to that and it's just like oh my god, it felt a little like much, but in terms of like the book and the setting and everything, it made it a lot better when she did pop off on them and shit. And when he did
Yeah.
apologize and things like finally came together. It worked out. Which
And
is
I think
great.
it's also too because she understands what it feels like. You know, I think because a
Mm-hmm.
big part of it is that she's starting like she is this person that is responsible for like hundreds, if not thousands of people. But it sucks.
Yeah.
Like it's a
Yeah.
lot of pressure. And for the first time, she doesn't want that. She doesn't want that for Nikaro or to like understand that. So she's using this moment to
Yeah.
kind of pop off for him, you know?
Yeah. It's kind of selfish on the friends' ends too because they're like holding on to all this like negative emotions and hatred and all that. And it's just like, have you thought about it from his perspective? Like, yeah, he did things wrong, but you aren't being very empathetic to him. You weren't like
Yeah.
considering his point of view and his feelings and everything. You kind of burned him a lot more than what was already like on the line and shit. It's like, man, he was kind of alone, even though he had friends. It was like they're riding on me. This is our future. This is like the whole, you know,
Hmm.
fucking dream shit. So it's like it's heavy, right? And they weren't there for him when things kind of fell apart. Of course,
Yeah,
partly
no.
thanks to his lies, but still, you know, like they never came back from that. So yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's I think probably one of my favorite moments too is because like she understands and then like she tries to distract him from it too. And like she's like, "All right, well, tell me something about your world." And then
Yeah.
they go to the carnival, and that's like one of the greatest
That was one of
moments.
my favorite parts, dude. She wasn't like mad or like judging him. Like she fucking stopped and think and like thought, "Oh, what's the best thing to do right now? Let me distract it. Let's go outside. Let's take your mind off of it." Because sometimes you don't want to be like reprimanded. Sometimes you don't want to like have to go through and like do this. Because he was like fucking broken, and he was just like sad, and he was like. Yumi matters to me, and now she learns the truth. He like literally wandered off and
Yeah.
like I can't take this. I can't look at this. I can't look at like the last person that I fucking have and like have her fucking see me the same fucking way, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so for her to take him to the whole carnival and be like, oh, you know, let's go eat some stuff, let's go like have some fun, and like it was so perfect. Dude, the whole what is it? They rode a Ferris wheel or something. I wasn't fucking sure what they were on. It must be a Ferris wheel, right? They were like on
Yeah.
top of something and it was like rotating. Okay, yeah, yeah. That was definitely one of my favorite parts. Yeah. I think there was also a
Yeah.
part where fuck, it was like something about Yumi saying, oh, I think it was when they were shopping. Akane took Yumi
Yeah.
shopping at some point when they were on
She
Kilohito.
breaks down for the first time. It's so funny.
Because there was a whole thing about how, like, oh, no one's ever really paid attention to my needs and my wants.
Yeah.
No one's really taking care of me in that sense. An emotional, like, need, you know, it's physically, yeah, they're feeding me, they're fucking bathing me and shit, but it's like, what do you want? What do, you know what I mean? She has a choice. She has possession. She has, like, this for the first time. So it's like,
Mm-hmm.
goddamn, you know? It was a really strong moment, the whole shopping thing. And she wears the dress later on, too. Like, when she changed out of her fucking Korean outfit, and then she changed into her dress that she first bought with Akane to go face the fucking end boss and shit.
I think too, it's like it's when she starts finally having independence for the first time.
Yeah.
It's just a big moment for her, and I really enjoyed those moments. I think I just really enjoy it when you see like a person who has clearly been deprived of very basic needs.
Yeah. It's like
To
victory, big W. They finally
yeah.
have it. It's like a big release, you know? It's like, what did I write? It's like character development, but it's also just like a what the fuck you call it? Like progression in their life, and it's like they deserve this, and it's like it's just really nice. I think I had that in one of my notes too. It's just the release, you know?
Mhm. I what is it that I want to say? It's like it's a hard balance because I feel like sometimes like some books overdo it in a weird sense.
Like they give them
Where
everything?
well like how do I say this?
Hmm.
I'm trying to like because when I think of like I feel like there's been a lot of books where we have a like a main character who has nothing.
Ah, okay.
And then they're given like everything. And it's like very overwhelming for them.
Are you
You
trying to
know?
say Sun Queen, Sun Trials? Are you trying to say it's
Well,
basically
kind of like
that?
Sun Queen. Well, yeah, like Sun Queen is like a good example, right?
Yeah.
For whatever reason, I feel like I enjoyed Yumi experiencing the world a lot more than like that character. I forgot her name.
Lore.
Than Lore did for whatever reason.
Okay.
I don't know. It just felt like.
Do you feel more like in tune
I think
with this character? Do you feel like
maybe I was just. I think that maybe that's what it is. I was just more invested in like her world because I think like Yumi, even though she has like she's like very restricted in a lot of ways, it still feels like she's like has an active role. It's just that her options are low. Lore literally has like she doesn't even do anything. She's a prisoner.
Oh god, still throwing some shade here. Okay, fuck that book you're saying. Okay, I see how it is. That's okay. No, I get it. I get it. I don't know. Sometimes it's in the small things, right? You don't want to just have it all and right then and there. You like it feels like maybe these people really worked for it, you know?
Yeah.
So it was like a lot more deserved, you know. The grind was harder.
Mm-hmm.
It was a lot longer too. Yeah. I get that. I definitely feel a lot more like I feel more for these characters. This book made me feel a lot more than the Sun Queen one.
Yeah, I think it's just like I think there's fewer characters, right? To keep track of for the most part. But a big part of like the body swapping and like the connections that both of them are kind of in the same field. They're both artists.
Yeah.
And because they're both artists, they have this connection.
Okay.
And they get to understand each other really as people better than like I feel like some of the other like romance couples that we've seen.
I think it's because
where it feels like more raw attraction.
Yeah, I think the thing about like writing, art, rock stacking, I guess, it's like art is basically like sharing a part of you. Like when you're doing anything like that's creative, it's coming from you. Your thoughts, your emotions, your passion. It's like you're giving a little bit of yourself away for other people to see, to judge. You're like more vulnerable, I guess, is the thing. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think too, I think it's just also like pretty nice that for like these two characters, the relationship comes from like essentially understanding each other's struggles
Yeah.
rather than anything else.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I really connected with that a lot, that they really understood each other.
They had no one else. They had to rely. They had to get through this all together.
Yeah.
And yeah.
And they like literally had to walk in each other's shoes.
Yeah. I like that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I has more quotes.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I have, he found the nightmare, a thing of ink and shadow some 7 feet tall. Chapter 3. This is the first time that, like, we see the nightmare from Nikaru's point of view, right? And it's like, I don't know, I really like a lot of quotes that, like, just sound good, but also 7 fucking feet tall of just darkness is terrifying, I think. It's like, oh my fucking god, we get to see that versus Yumi's, where it's like, at least you didn't spend your days excited by the prospect of ranking rock shapes. Chapter 4. It's like, that's completely different world. And that's like the first time that we're seeing them at work, really. It's like, it's so fucking funny to me. I was just like, oh, okay. It's no longer life and death. We are literally stacking rocks. That's lovely. And you kind of just know that their worlds are about to be, like, fucking shattered and combined and everything mixed up.
Yeah.
I really like the two different points of view. And especially, I don't know if it's in your book, but it's like, when I'm turning the chapters, you can see that it's blue lines for, like, let's say chapter 3, and it's blue. It's fucking blue when it's in, like, the painter's point of view, and it's like, it's pink. It's pink. Yeah.
That is not in my thing.
No? Okay.
It's all black tag.
No! That's such a big thing that I was just like, oh, I like the little details, the fucking pictures, little, like, fucking chapter. Like, yeah, let's say, for example, I'll say chapter, but the 3 is gonna be, like, highlighted blue or something. It's really nice. Yeah. And then sometimes when they have, like, combined ones, let's say chapter is in pink and then the 50 is in blue. That's when they have the combined perspectives, and I really enjoyed that. Just something that I wish that you could have had. Dang. Sag.
It's okay. Like, it was pretty easy to tell who was talking.
But I just really
I understand the aesthetic choice.
Yeah. Oh, I like the small details. Yeah, sometimes the W is in the small details. And then, do you have one, or?
Yeah, I got a couple. Let's see here. Together, they enjoyed the silent presence of one another, drinking in the moment. It's said that everything you eat, even the air you breathe, becomes a part of you. The axi that make up the matter you take in come to make you instead. I, however, find that moments we take into our souls, our memories, are just as important as the things we eat. And this is when they're sharing the moment in, like, the Ferris wheel, essentially.
He's really beautiful. Really beautiful.
Yeah, man.
If you're not having deep fucking existential crisis and moments on a Ferris wheel, I don't know what you're doing. If you're not thinking about fucking life and death and everything on a Ferris wheel, I think you're living life wrong. That's what I'm learning from fucking books and movies and this shit. Ferris wheels are magical.
Well, I think, like, for that, you know, it's just, you know, I think Necro is at his lowest point because he's like, his lie has been revealed, but for the first time, like, he's with someone that gets it.
Yeah. Man, it's and perfectly obviously fucking the nightmare appears again right after they got out of the carnival. I'm like, of course, dude. I was waiting for something either really positive or really negative to happen. I'm like, something's coming, something's fucking coming, man. Yeah. I have one about the narrator, I think.
Do it.
Technically, I was a part owner of that noodle shop. What? Oh. Renowned interdimensional storytellers can invest in a little real estate now and then? Chapter 5. Oh my god.
This book is hilarious, dude.
There was a point where I was like, the narrator is a talking coat hanger? It was... Yeah! It was really interesting. I didn't expect that. At all. He's basically a statue, right?
Yeah, he's like a statue because his soul has, like, been locked up. One of my favorite things uh about this book is its humor.
Yes.
Well, there's a quote of like it's describing when Yumi encounters a nightmare and starts screaming.
Mm-hmm.
And the narrator describes, yeah, so a painter can scream because what it does is sometimes it can startle a nightmare. And the nightmares, startled by sudden noise, will run away and stop feeding, and it alerts other artists and other painters to come your way. But that is not what Yumi was thinking. Yumi's line of thought was more along the lines of, quote, ah!
I was like, oh, okay. Such a serious moment broken by this fucking narrator that's just like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, that's definitely what she's going through right now. I'm like, oh, that's nice. Oh my god. It's fucking beautiful.
Yeah.
Yep, I love it. I fucking love it. Yeah, I mean, I basically Design and Hoyd was his name, I think. The storyteller, the narrator, his name is Hoyd. It's revealed to be this dude who basically like came with Design to this planet of fucking buttfuck. What is it? Fucking Komashi, the planet of Komashi,
Yeah,
where the
Komashi.
painter and the fucking Yumi are from, right? And he freezes. Upon landing, motherfucker freezes, and she's like, alright, I'm just gonna stack shit on you, call you a coat hanger, and open a noodle shop as we figure things out. And that was beautiful. I think that was beautiful. He's just chilling there. And for some reason he can see like visions, or like he can kind of see perspectives of Yumi, painter, and then they later say Li Yun, which is the warden, Yumi's warden.
Mm-hmm.
Which was very interesting. I don't think they really
Layun.
explain why those people specifically, did they? He sees their perspectives.
It doesn't explain very much why he's able to
Yeah.
see what he sees. He was able to.
And then after everything, he like breaks free and shit.
Yeah, I think for the most part we can get away with just like, I think that part is definitely more like if you are familiar with the Cosmere.
Yeah.
Like that's like it's kind of your shit.
Yeah, I don't feel like I was completely lost though because I didn't understand this and that. It was like, okay, yeah, cool, I can let it go, but I don't want to. It was like a more personal thing for me, but it's like, it makes sense. The story holds up. Everything is basically resolved. It's just I want a little bit more. But that doesn't like take away from the already like present story. You know what I mean? It's just extra little details, little fluff, little slice. Yeah.
I think if I remember, I think the Mistborn series is set in the, let's see, I think is Mistborn part of it? I don't know. I don't know. But in any case,
definitely want to read that one day though. Yeah.
Mistborn's very good. I haven't read the sequel book yet.
Ooh.
I think the Well of Ascension, but Mistborn was the first book I read this year, or like one of the first books I read.
I remember. Yeah.
It was really good. It was really good to start off with that because that was an immediate S.
Oh my god, how are you gonna get through the rest of the fucking year with an S like that hanging over your head? Oh my god.
I mean, it's happened a couple of times, but Sword of Kaigen was really good.
Oh dang. Yeah. And Sun Queen was really good, right? Yeah, Sun Queen.
Sun Queen's on the list.
It's on some list. A list of why did Suna make me read this? Oh my god.
How many times have I told you? Just because I put it, it doesn't mean I didn't enjoy it.
I'm just pulling your chain. I'm not very picky. I'm consuming books like nom 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 nom. I love this. I love that. Like wait till I. That's my worry. One of these days we're gonna pick a book and I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? I feel like one of these days we're definitely gonna find a book that's like either not to my liking or yours. That's definitely like an F. What the hell is this? Oh my god.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I'll let you know. It's like, yeah, no, this book.
We can pick another one. Yeah, we're just like, how, like, I think for, like, let's say, for example, anime, if it's like a 1 or 2 season, I give it 3 episodes to, like, redeem itself before I drop it. Yeah. I'm just like, I can't do it. It's a waste of time. I can't.
This shit doesn't get better.
No. Because they're like, sometimes they're like, oh yeah, wait till, like, the second to last episode. Motherfucker. Do I really look like I'm gonna bet it on like looking hours on? Oh my god, dude, there's no way.
Yeah.
There's no way. Nah. Yeah, we'll get to that when we get to that. I has one about Yumi and her like struggles of like not being a normal person, right? Person. Jesus Christ. She wasn't allowed to sleep as a normal person. She had to be reminded even by her undergarments of what she was. Chosen at birth, blessed at birth, imprisoned at birth. Man, she can't even sleep like a normal person, you know? Like, it's a lot. She's wearing fucking layers upon layers and layers of clothes, by the way. It's like 3 layers, and it's like, the sun is boiling. The fucking, what do you call it? There's less water. There's like not like a lot going on. There's the floor is so heated. You have to like wear these like clogs, I think, the wooden sandal
Yeah,
thingies.
the wood sandals.
Yeah, yeah. Shit's tough, and I felt that like I like things that come in like 2s and 3s, right? When it says chosen at birth, blessed at birth, and then saying imprisoned at birth, like. It wasn't that she was just imprisoned in a fucking illusion. She was imprisoned like as like this is my life and I have to serve, and like she's, you know, just been repeatedly told that. She's like imprisoned in a lot of ways, I think. So yeah.
This
You good.
this book was so good, dude.
I can imagine you just kind of just on the floor looking at the ceiling thinking of life and holding the book to your fucking chest.
I mean, man, there's like there's like a couple of books like I'll like purposely reread passages just to kind of relive it, you know.
Okay,
And
I get
think
that.
I'll always reread like the epilogue was really
Oh.
good. I like reading that, but like when Yumi pops off on Nikro's behalf, and I think the best part, Nikro never even knows that it happens.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm gonna
He
get
was
some
preparing
food, and
dinner. Yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna
I
see
think that
what's
was really
up.
important, you know,
Goes
that he
back.
didn't hear it. That it was like she
Yeah.
did it for him on his behalf, like without him knowing. It wasn't just like to impress him. It wasn't like, you know how some people kind of just do things for the show of it.
Yeah.
It was like completely like because she wanted to. Yeah. Yeah. Got any more quotes? I got a fucking couple.
Let's see. I'm trying to the other ones that I want to talk about.
Yeah.
You said the abuse one.
Yeah.
Oh, here it is. The thing is, everything is useless intrinsically. Nothing has value unless we grant it that value. Any object can be worth whatever we decide. Whatever we decide it to be worth. And then he talks about the painting that Yumi draws for the first time that isn't bamboo. And he's like, and that object right now is priceless because it's a reminder that she exists.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking
man. You're sighing after every fucking thing you read.
Bro, it's so good. I don't know.
God.
I like it. I like this book. What can I say? That's why, yeah, it's an A+, I think, for sure. I think what holds it back from being S is that I kind of wish I didn't have to know about Cosmere stuff to understand some of the other elements.
Oh, no, yeah, for sure. I want more. You know, it's a testament to how good it is, right?
I think it's A+. Yeah, for sure.
I has more all the good stuff. I like how a lot of things were written, but it's also just like the meaning behind it. It's such a deep book. I don't know, dude. It's not just like thrown in either, you know. Life is about this. Love is that. It holds within the story, you know. I mean, it's not just written for the sake of it, like you were talking about, right? It's like it belongs here. So this one is trauma doesn't decrease with company, but it does grow easier to work through when you know someone else understands. And I don't know, man. That was just like, it hit me, dude. No, for sure it doesn't. Yeah. It's really big. Really big.
Dude, this book is so good, dude. This book is so you know, this might be to jump in the gun. Have you thought about what book we're gonna read next? Do you know?
Iron Flame?
It's your choice.
Will we go back down the hill?
Yeah, we can go to Iron Flame. We can read the sequel. I don't mind.
I have a couple. Like I feel like I might be a lot freer next month. Well, this month at least, and I should be able to. Even if you don't want to read some of them, I can definitely I can read on my own, I guess. I can totally read on my own.
It's your choice. What do you want to read?
Shit, I think we've been talking about Iron Flame. Let's just do it. Let's just do it.
Iron Flame.
Yeah.
Let's. All right.
While I still remember what the hell's going on. While I still have notes and it's not buried. You know, like I don't have the best memory, man.
That's the dragon one, right?
Yish.
Yeah, I remember.
Yish, the sequel to fucking
Dragon.
Fourth
brother's still alive.
I think. Yeah. Oh shit! Oh shit! You
It's
got me! You got me! Oh
crazy.
my god! Yeah, yeah, yeah,
It
yeah.
it's
That's
a whole
crazy.
betrayal. There's a move. Yeah, okay, I remember the book.
I must be dense as hell to you, dude. I don't fucking see things coming
You
from a
got two
mile away, dude.
dragons.
Everything is just like, oh wow, oh really? Because you're thinking about shit that's like, oh, I see that coming, and I'm like, oh, fucking newborn baby eyes type shit. Oh my god.
You're also a creative writing major, right?
Yeah, please don't put that up. Don't let's sweep aside my diploma. Let's just let's put aside my fucking coffee table degree. Oh my god. Why do you bring that up? Why?
No,
Why?
I just wonder. I'm just curious.
Why are you throwing that in my face? I want to say something. Trying to throw hands. Oh my god.
Girl, I
Defensive.
don't think you. Girl, I don't want to. I don't. I don't want to.
Yeah, Mr. Jiu-Jitsu, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
You can
yeah,
throw hands,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
Yeah, whatever you want, fam.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Next quote. I have a next quote.
Yeah, shoot.
Yeah. His were the eyes of a person who could rip out your soul and recreate it on the page in ink or graphite. This is about the painter's eyes, right? It's like how
Yeah.
he's like really skilled and that he could like really look at you, really take in the details and shit. So I don't know. I just really like the wording of that, and I felt like that's kind of basically what he did at the end there with Yumi, because he basically ripped her out of the fucking state that she's in, and he's like willing her to come back and shit. And it's like,
It's so
let me.
good.
Okay.
It's so
Yay.
good.
Oh my! I have four more. And then I have
Yeah,
favorite
shoot, man.
scenes. Yeah,
Those,
yeah.
those are all of mine.
That's it. It's such a beautiful book. You said it's so good.
It is.
Mhm.
It is. Look, this is one of the few books that I sometimes got so engrossed in reading. I was like, oh shit, I forgot to write some shit down.
Oh my god! Now I get that though.
Yeah.
But I'm a very like not precise, but like I note take a lot. My life is like in notes. My life is literally just notes and lists and a bunch of fucking things written down because I'm not gonna remember. I was trying to watch the Lord of the Rings series and I could not remember for the life of me what the words that I had to say, the fights that I had to pick. I was just like, what was I saying? What was I thinking? And I'm trying to write reviews for everything. Fuck that. No, I'm gonna do this for everything. Damn. Yeah. My next one is it's about Akane with Yumi. The interactions between the fucking characters, dude. Sometimes I'm just like, how did the author come up with this? I just don't expect the way that he describes things or says things. It's thank you, Akane. You are an honor to your family, your lineage, and the spirits themselves, right? Says Yumi. And then Akane fucking responds with, and you are an absolute charm bracelet of a person. The disconnect is insane. What the fuck? I mean, they mean the same thing. They're complimenting each other, but it's just like, is that a cultural diff? Is that really a Yumi diff?
Well, yeah, no, it is because like Yumi knows like no.
This is the highest of fucking honor. She's like saying you're an amazing fucking person, but so is Akane. I feel like everybody's a little weird.
Doesn't live in a medieval society.
Yeah, everybody's got the little quirks to it, and I love all the characters. There's just so much more to them, you know? It's like, I remember it, I see them for who they are, you know? It's like, and the whole twist about Masaka not being human, I was like, oh, shit. Fucking...
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Oh, he was just like laughing so hard, I'm like, really? He's right? He had a theory this person was... Oh my god. Oh, and then we get to the deep end, right? This one hit me. It's Yumi saying, I have the distinct and urgent need to be someone else for a while. Right after she figures that the whole like thing was a lie about how like, oh, she could have lived a normal life as a Yokihijo.
Yeah, oh god.
The way it was worded too.
Oh my god, that was so soul crushing.
Oh my. Your entire life is a lie, basically. And we've seen this in a lot of different fucking movies and books and stuff. But this, man, I don't know why I didn't see coming. Or maybe I just don't see a lot of things coming. I don't know.
That one was brutal.
Yeah. Man. Because
Uh,
her entire thing was she was sad that she can't be normal and that she can't do any like she's escaping to basically she's escaping. She's finding relief in fucking the painter's world for being able to make all these decisions and like have friends and all that when she could have actually done that all her life. It's like
done
19
it the
years down the drain.
whole
Yeah.
time.
Nobody said anything because they were like kind of scared to, you know? They're like, "Oh, I mean, like,
Well, I think it was purpose. Like Lai Yun didn't thought that the old way should be
yeah.
preserved and didn't want to
Yeah.
reveal that. And I was like, oh my god,
Only when she
felt so
pressed. Yeah, they were like,
I
"Please
felt
tell
so sad
me."
for
Yeah,
Yumi.
please tell me.
It,
Fuck,
it was it
man.
was it was because of Nikoro in particular
Yeah,
too.
yeah. A lot of things
Yeah.
on both planets, both places, like things wouldn't have happened without the other meddling or like pushing
Yeah.
them to like either be better or go forward or something or like you know what I mean. It's like they're really good for each other. I think. Yeah. I don't know. I just the way that it's written too, the distinct and urgent need to be someone else for a while. I feel that so hard. I feel like that's a pretty normal thing to feel too for just anyone going through a hard time or rough patch or something like that. You know, just
Yeah,
want to
they're like,
escape. You
yeah,
know.
can I just not be me for a
Yeah.
couple of
And then like
seconds?
that's why I read books. I'm trying to be somebody else. I'm trying to be the main character. Oh my god.
Girl.
No.
Girl.
Oh no. Oh my god. And then I have one last one because we went through the abuse one already. Let me see. A person is more than their experiences, stacked up like stones. But our best moments are the foundation we use to reach for the sky. And I felt like that's very true, you know? That's like truth
Yeah.
written so beautifully, so poetically. It's really nice. It's really nice. That's just something I wanted to add. And they always reference things like to painting and stacking stones, and it just like hooks you to the world again, you know what I mean? It's not like you were complaining about fucking Fourth Wing being like, yeah, for real, dog, and like the language doesn't make sense, and the references they use are just completely out of the fucking Fourth Wing world, you know? And
Yeah.
I see that this really holds true to the fucking story. Writing book is so
I
therapeutic. Yeah.
this oh god.
It's so good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Uh-huh.
It's
Yeah,
so
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
this book
It's
is so
yeah,
fucking
uh-huh.
good.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah. You like that? Oh my god.
Make fun of me all you want, Cinna.
Oh!
This is my favorite book.
Would you say right now of the no, you've had S pluses. You've had S books. You've had S books. It's an A plus
Yeah.
right now. Yeah, yeah.
I think it's A plus for sure.
Yeah.
I
I
don't think it's
have
S, but
favorite scenes next. And I kind of just like mash things together at this point. So, you
yeah,
want to start? Yeah.
yeah. Oh, I mean, I think we've kind of talked about a lot of my favorite scenes. I think one of my
Oh.
favorites is when Yumi first encounters a nightmare and realizes how fucking terrifying
Yeah.
how
Yeah.
fucking terrifying Nikoro's job is.
It's just so real, you know? You're in
It
the
is.
moment.
Yeah,
You're
no,
there.
shit
You
is
can't prepare
hard.
until you're actually like living through it, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just one of those things. It's hard. Yeah.
What about you?
Oh, I think we already talked about this before, but when the narrator, Hoyd, was revealed to be a talking coat rack the first time, just absolutely killed me. It killed me. I'm deceased, man. I'm like, what? And that's when I got really into the book, because I was like, kind of just reading casually, but then I was just like, really taking it in? This is a talking coat rack. I had to take this book seriously. Type shit. That was the moment. That's the one. That's the fucking one.
Let's see. What's another favorite book of mine or favorite moment of mine? I mean, it's another Eastern one we've talked about. The epilogue. It's my favorite.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
so fucking good.
Yeah. I think the endings of books are sometimes overlooked, you know? I just feel like I've like, not just that, movies, animes, like K-dramas, books. Sometimes it's kind of just like either rushed or you don't feel like satisfied enough, or it's just like it kind of falls off towards the end, you know? It's not like I don't know if a lot of people take it seriously, but it's like the end is literally like just as important as the fucking rest of it. The start, the
It's
fucking
so
climax, it's so
fucking
important.
good.
Whether it like ended at the fucking like, oh, she sacrificed herself and she's fucking gone, she's dead, versus like, oh, she's alive and now they have a fucking noodle shop together. It's so different. It's so fucking different.
So I think what I really particularly like about that last scene is that the narrator is saying, hey, the story's over, and it's sometimes we have to tell stories. It was just so unfortunate, or not even unfortunate. He says like, but no one explained to Nikaro that that the story had ended, and it's like it literally feels like he's taking his art and he's adding the intent. Like, oh god, what's the
Yeah.
line? Oh god, wait, what's the line? What's the line? It's such a good line.
Oh my god.
My
No,
thumb
yeah,
is
I'm glad it ended the way that it did. It was a really good tie to everything. Just everything, one, explained, and two, the fucking like giant wall being used finally, right? Because it was like in the beginning that I think instead of him never used it, never having used the wall to paint anything, I think it was like he's painted before. He was just never satisfied. He always like would whitewash the fucking wall over and over again, and so he just left it blank at some point. You know, he was just like, "Fuck it, no, I'm done. I don't have passion. I don't care anymore. What would I even do?"
Okay, I found it.
Yeah.
A painting is, of course, a story too. Not a still fragment of one as you might think, but an entire story. Every painting moves full of life if you know how to look at it. Here he painted a picture of a beautiful woman sitting on a branch of a tree, soaring high in the sky, flowers bursting beside her like fireworks. I know you, he whispered. The curve of her hair as it curled around the sides of her head to spill down her back, the line of her chin, the defiant confidence in her eyes, the smile, that smile. I know you. Painter didn't have 2,000 years of experience, but in some ways, what he did have was better, because art requires intent. Art requires passion. And amongst all the painters in the city, you would never find a person with more of either. And I like he's literally willing Yumi back to life, and it's so fucking
I was
good,
like,
dude.
ain't no way. I thought it was a tearful goodbye, but I thought that was what that was with when they said the whole "I love you." So I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? I'm like, okay, but I'm really glad it ended the way it did. I think no, perfect ending, 10 out of 10, solid book. I really liked how it all played out. I think.
It's so good.
Yeah. Got any and every encounter with design. I fucking love every encounter. Design is so fucking weird and just in the most endearing fucking way, right? Like, especially when they talk about her choice of appearance. Where is it? I have another one. I have extra fucking... Here it is.
You know, I had a feeling that you would really like design.
Okay, I thought you were gonna point to the whole boob thing.
Yeah, well, that was
okay.
because of all the crap.
Let me read it. I didn't include it in here, but let me read it. I'm gonna read it. So when cause she's like a different alien thing. She's not human, right? But she like made it so that, or is it Hoyt? I think Hoyt was the one who made her look human so that she could fit in and they could like do whatever the fuck they needed there. She said, make me pretty so they'll be extra disturbed if my face ever unravels, and give me voluptuous curves because they remind me of a graphed cosine, and also because boobs look fun. Boobs are fun.
I read that too, and I was like, I'm just gonna quote this.
What are you talking about? What? Boobs are fun. I love her as a fucking person. Oh my god.
I have something for this, actually.
Yes. Oh my god. It's a rebuttal.
There we go.
Oh.
I did it.
What the fuck is that? Spray. How dare you? Did you record this?
Oh yeah, you can click on it too. You can see the little water come out too.
Oh my god.
I sprayed my camera for that emote.
That's crazy. That's crazy! What is this? It's so high definition too. You look so upset. Tear. I can't believe this.
I had to master all of my ignorance to the difference.
Oh my god.
This is the face.
This is it. This is it. No, that's very big pog, very big W emote. No. I thought you were gonna add quotes to the boobs, not like spraying me for it. Goddamn. No. And the first time meeting Yumi, she was like, hello, would you like to shake meat appendages or some shit like that? And it's like, wow. Can you be less human? Like, well, who talks like this? What the heck? And then also when she discounted Nikaru's noodles, he was like spilling his heart out about like what the fuck is the point of life? Am I important? Why am I doing this? And she's like, I understand you. 7% off your noodles or some shit like that for your brave painting work. I'm like, she completely missed the point, and I fucking love that. He's trying to fucking talk to her and everything. Oh my god. In respect for your brave painting services, she said. Oh my god. And she only gives discounts at like, what is it, prime numbers? Prime
Yeah,
numbers?
prime numbers.
That was like,
She's not a,
that's very
she's not a
special.
savage.
That's very special. That's very special. I've never met a person like this before. In any fucking book or realm. I loved her. I loved her. I loved her. Oh my god. And then, of course, when Akane took Yumi shopping, the moments where she felt like she could live, have possessions, make decisions, right? That was really powerful, I think. Yumi's never had that. And it's just the smallest thing, right? Let's go shopping, you know? It's just a normal activity for us, right? But for her, it was like a whole different fucking thing. And then the flip side to that same coin is when the moment Nikaru finally painted things other than bamboos, right? Because it felt like he was stuck, right? He was in a cycle of just bamboo, 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 and he finally decided to paint other things like faces and shit, and it turned out to be really important later. And when he could like properly stack the stones, and it's just like,
Yeah,
it's not much, but you know, it's honest work. It's honest work, you know. That was like fucking a whole week and a half long of just weighing stones. You haven't even stacked it. You haven't even talked about the angles or nothing. You're weighing stones. I'm just like, all right, that's crazy.
I mean, it just shows the amount of dedication she had for her craft, you know?
Yeah, and to do that for fucking 1,700 years unbeknownst to her, right? That's insane. And then when he officially apologized to his friends, these were like, I guess, character highlight moments, right? For when we feel the most for these characters. They're like, let's fucking go, you know? Big W on their individual parts. And then, of course, the entire carnival scene, especially on top of the Ferris wheel, it was kind of almost like a date, but like, yeah. They couldn't touch either, and that was like, the entire time I was waiting for them to fucking touch. To meet in person and fucking finally touch. A hug or anything, you know? And so the kiss felt like even more satisfying at the end because I was like, finally! My love language is literally fucking 90% physical touch. To not be able to touch is like, oh my god. Just the little sparks or the heat in their fucking fingertips or whatever it is. It's just like, oh my god. It's big W, big release.
A lot of things are starting to fall into place. What?
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 What? What are you trying to say? What you trying to say? What is this? What do you mean? What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? What do you mean? No. What?
Nothing. What's up?
Huh? What? Holly? Please?
What? Huh?
Touch?
What's up?
Touch?
Huh?
What?
I didn't say anything.
What? Excuse me? What are you trying to say? What are you trying to say?
Oh, I'm good.
Okay, I'm good then.
I'm just chilling.
Alright, okay. Alright. Okay. I literally have three different fucking post-it notes for all the big reveals, because there was a lot for me, I think. I don't know. Well, I know we talked about like the big ones, but like I have to write it down. I have to note it all down. There was a lot of things that made me go like, oh? What? No. You know? And I was very like emotional throughout this entire book. So,
this book is so good.
We touched on a lot of it too. Yeah.
I would highly recommend this book to people.
Highly.
Sure.
Highly, get it? You know, like highly?
I think,
like
highly. I highly recommend this book.
Sorry. Go ahead.
No, that's good. That's funny. I think I still like Mistborn better, but this book is really good. I highly recommend it for people who have not read it.
Definitely, I want to try reading like based on author. Like, let's say for example, I like Brandon Sanderson. I would want to see what else he fucking
You should
writes,
read Mistborn
because I've never looked at it like that. You know, I've never. Like, when I go to the bookstore, I'm just like, oh, this looks interesting. Or nowadays, when I'm, like, at book talk, oh, yeah, this is recommended. But I never follow the trail back, you know? I've never really, like, picked an author and be like, I like their writing. Let me see what else they have. I think the first time you've really introduced that to me was with Serpent, right? What the fuck was the name? Author's name was...
Carissa Broadbent.
Yes, Carissa. And I literally read 3 of her fucking books. I am so sorry. Right? You know, the second book and the one in between. And that was the first time.
Yeah, because Daughter of No Worlds, she writes Daughter of No Worlds as well.
Yeah, and I definitely want to explore that, but it's just like, that was the first time, you know? that I
Yeah.
wanted to explore like an author for their writing, for what I've seen before. It's never been that. It's always just been like, pick a book, this looks interesting. Pick a book, oh, this was recommended, and yeah, this is fucking beautiful. I would definitely fucking read more Brandon Sanderson works. Mistborn, I
Well,
think
don't
I'd
worry,
start with.
because don't worry. If you want to read more Brandon Sanderson, don't worry. There's a lot of Brandon
Oh
Sanderson.
my
He has
god!
so many fucking books. He's a monster.
Oh Jesus. Yeah, you were talking about his work
But
ethic? Does he write like day and night or some shit? What the hell's going on with that?
I think he writes every day for sure.
Jesus Christ, what the?
Well, I think I think in my book it shows. Let me see how many books he has just written on this thing.
He is a machine.
Fiction by Brandon Sanderson.
No
Let's
way.
see. He has 4 books in Stormlight Archive, 2 novellas. So that's 6 already. 7, 8, 9, and so 3 books in the Mistborn saga. We're at 9 books. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27.
Huh?
28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 40. Oh, these are collections. So it's 32. And oh yeah, and then he wrote some of the Wheel of Time books. 1, 2, 3, Infinity Blade, 4, 5. He had a graphic novel. Yeah, the guy's a monster, dude. This
Yeah, a
guy's
little bit. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
seeing that. I'm gathering that. Most authors would have 10 or less. Seems this is just the beginning.
I
my
think you
God.
should read Mistborn. If you read
100%.
Mistborn
I have
and you
so many.
enjoy the
I have so
sequel,
many.
and you enjoy the sequel, I would happily read the sequel with you.
Let May be the reading month. Do we have a national reading month? I know we have NaNoWriMo, but do we have a reading month?
I don't know, actually.
Let it be May. I mean, it's the beginning of May, right? This is the first week of May.
Yeah,
Kind
and
of.
we're gonna read. So we're reading Iron Flame, right?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. Okay, let me get through all this stuff. Okay. So the big reveals for me, like Yumi could have lived more freely following the reform movement, right?
Yeah.
That
Oh
was-
god, so devastating.
That was crazy. I don't know, man. I don't know. I kind of wish that we saw more of the Yokihijo. I mean, obviously for reasons like explain the book, we couldn't, right? They were all in prison and shit. What was that whole thing about like Yumi stacking rocks in front of the fucking shroud, and then it showed a Yokihijo, and then they pulled her back in? What the hell was that about?
I think the spirit was attracted to her.
The spirit of the Yokihijo.
Yeah, but then it couldn't break through because the shroud, because the whole thing is that what was it? Like the shroud were just a whole bunch of like this husks of spirits, and that they come, and that she could not be commanded by the shroud as well. So like she repelled it almost, but
Because I was under the impression that we would see the rest of the Yokihijo and we'd find out what happened to her childhood friend. I know they've been dead a while and shit, but surely they're like in their prisons. Surely they were there. Like I really thought the painters would have all gathered, and then on Yumi's side, all the Yokihijo would have gathered, and it would be a whole big thing, you know. But like it was only one-sided, you know. We never got to see. We didn't even get to hear about her family or anything. Like I know they're long dead and shit, and she doesn't really care for them as a family because it's like, oh, you know, they didn't raise me. It was really just Li Yun. But I would have liked to see and hear a little bit more conclusion on the whole Yokihijo and family thing. Yeah.
I mean that is like one thing about it. It's like this story is very focused.
Yeah.
About like what it's a
one path and there's like shrubs on the side. Just random fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It stays pretty on task and like doesn't try to involve a lot of extra stuff.
That's true.
If it doesn't need to.
Maybe it would take away,
I mean?
but it's just like I wonder a lot, you know, when I get myself into a universe like this, I wonder and I think and I want, right? And yeah. And the whole Dreamwatch positions are based on connections. Nikora would have never made it anyways. You know? It's like he was beating himself up over it for so long. It's like both of them for their entire lives have believed this one thing. And it's just wrong. It's false. It's a lie, right? That's fucking earth-shattering. More reveals. They lived next to each other this whole time. There were little prisons, right? There are little pockets of fucking prisons, just one, you know, like 14 For each Yokihijo within the Shrouds of Darkness. They were on the same planet all along. I guess I never really questioned what's beyond the Shroud. I thought they were gonna explain it, but I didn't think they were there. I didn't think that's what, like, it was. Like, in...
Yeah, that was crazy,
Yeah.
for sure.
It came full circle, dude. The whole thing about Torio, the Torio people, the Torio city, the people, they built a machine that caused their downfall in the Shroud 1,700 years ago. So it was like
Yeah,
their
it was all,
fault,
yeah.
but they didn't mean to. It was a whole accident thing, and the fact that it's been so long, that they've been dead this whole time, and they're basically ghosts, and that was a lot of heavy stuff. Then we got final reveals. The prison illusions were built by the machine powered by souls and spirits to lock away the powerful the Yokihijo, dude. It was like, oh, it was the whole thing with the machine. It was always about the machine.
Yeah.
It was always about, like, the Yokihijos. They are as important as they say. Yeah. Yeah. And then the people of Torio are the nightmares. The machine converts Investorine or whatever into the High-On lines.
It's so crazy.
Yeah,
it's
so crazy. Actually, like, it connects in a way that I didn't think was possible.
They connected everything. Like,
it's
so good.
Literally how. Like, souls and fucking electrical lines are last thing I would have thought were connected together, you know what I mean? I was like, what? Because the way that I see these lines were like fucking, you know, glow sticks at a fucking K-pop, like, fucking show. That's how I thought the High-On lights were. Yeah, and of course, Nikara's and Yumi's happily ever after, post first kiss, after Design willed the noodle shop to them, after Yumi sacrificed herself and was basically painted and willed back to life. That was a good finale. Yeah, I
think something I also just really enjoy too is like she stacks noodle bowls.
She stacks everything. She stacks this shit in the dishwasher. She stacks fucking pillows and clothes, and it's like more of like, you know, an OCD thing, you know, where you're just like really nervous and you're like, I gotta do what I know. I'm stack. It's just like a nervous fucking thing. That's all she knows how to do. Oh my God.
I think I'm just like, I don't know, I just feel intensely happy that Yumi's like living a life. I don't know, I was very invested in their characters.
Oh, here we go.
Know that, like, to know that the restaurant also has an art gallery on it too.
Yes,
like,
yes. I really like the combination of that, right? It was their thing. It was their world. And Design like willed it to them too after they moved on. I don't know where they're going. I really don't know. But yeah. Hoid and fucking Design left the noodle shop to them. I kind of wish that Nikaru, Yumi, and Hoid met, you know? I wonder what could have happened then. The narrator meeting the people that he's like been watching, basically. Right? Of course.
Like a different story for a different time.
For sure. They kind of just up and left, right? Yeah. Favorite character? Dun. Your favorite character is
hard.
Yeah.
My favorite character?
I feel like you already know mine, so.
You know, I think I was a big fan of Yumi. I think she was my favorite of the duo.
Interesting.
What about you?
Design.
Yeah, you like Design.
I just really like Design. I don't know. I absolutely loved her. She was such a fun, weird, and unique character. She's a joy to watch or be around, always tries to help, is patient but confident. She's still basically herself despite trying to be more human. Like that, she has a personality. She's just kind of out there living. 10 out of 10 would frequent her noodle shop. Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Okay, yes. Sorry, I thought that was a euphemism.
Oh. Euphemism?
Don't worry about it. Anyway, yeah, I think my favorite character for sure was I think Yumi. I just really, I don't know, I really rooted for her.
What was it about her? Just her,
I think,
condition, like everything going on around her fucking life, or was it a personality thing?
I think it was her personality, because like she clearly cared for a lot of people. It's just like she never like really accounted for herself. You know?
Yeah. Very selfless.
Or she didn't really see, very selfless, but to the point of like discomfort. And I don't know, it was very endearing to kind of see her like enjoy her life in a way that she
was always very guilty.
Yeah, well, because it was like, if I'm not working, then you know.
She had a singular purpose.
Yeah.
No, I felt that too. It was really hard for me to pick. I had a side note. I really liked everybody, dude. I don't know. And then I narrowed it down It was between design and Hoyd, right? I loved his
Mhm.
personality, his humor, his little
Yeah,
comments
his
and
humor is really
narration,
good.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But there was really something endearing with design. Like they always keep saying, "Oh yeah, people just call me endearing," which I like her. I love her. I love her. But I definitely love Hoyd, and it just would be different if it was narrated differently, or from a different
Hmm.
perspective, or from first person. I don't think it would have worked out the same way.
Yeah, I don't think it would have worked out first
Yeah,
person.
it's very nice. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Gave the world building a 10 out of 10. I thoroughly
Yeah,
enjoyed all
world
of
building
it.
10.
Finally
Yeah,
made
world building 10
sense.
out of 10.
Yeah. Hard to pick up the beginning, but it all was worth it. Plot was 10 out of 10.
I think
Hmm.
I have it as like a 9 out of 10.
This was like mind-boggling to me. So the only thing like missing, I get like 9.5 maybe, but like I wanted more, but then I didn't want it to detract and derail from the story, but then I don't know. I
Yeah, I
was
think
I
I
was
have it just because I
satisfied.
didn't. I think I would say 8 because
Oh, you're lowering it.
well, yeah, because I do think that if you know about Cosmere, like you probably get a
True,
bigger
true,
kick out of
true.
it. But as a standalone, it can kind of be distracting.
Hmm. It was a lot.
Yeah,
It's one book, yeah. Characters,
because it's
10 out
supposed
of
to be
10.
standalone.
For sure. I haven't had one of those in a
Yeah,
while.
I think I'm a solid 9 out of 10
Mhm,
for
mhm.
sure.
Okay. Recommend, yes or no? It's a yes for me. I
Oh,
tick
oh
marked
yeah,
it.
for sure,
Yes,
for
yes,
sure.
yes,
I'd
yes.
recommend this book.
Final verdict.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I think I am firmly an A plus now.
I think I'm still for an A too. A plus, A plus, A plus, A plus. A plus. Let's fucking go. And I wrote things like, I like the romance, the fantasy, the plot twist, character development, and intertwined fates, and how, you know, the characters are very, like, connected and everything. Yeah. That's, that's it. That's it for me. That's all my
Yeah,
scrapbooking.
hell
Yeah.
yeah. I'm very
Yeah.
happy we talked about this book. So we're now
A
next book we're
plus.
gonna do is Iron Flame.
Yes. Thank you for recommending this book, by the way. It was really good. I definitely would love to read it again one day when I forget, which
Oh,
will probably be soon. It was really nice. Yeah. Okay, so Iron Flame by what the fuck is her name? Rebecca Yarros.
yeah, Rebecca Yaros.
Rebecca Yarros. Yes, yes, yes. For those of you who would like to follow us along for this month, technically April, we will be reading May, May, May. Yeah, May. For this May, we will be reading the second book of the I don't fucking know what it's called Empyrean series. I think it's called the
Yeah, the
Empyrean series. Yeah,
Empyrean. Yeah, it's the name of the
Empyrean.
Dragon Council.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We'll be reading for this month the second book, which is Iron Flame by Rebecca Yarros. I should probably type it in chat. Iron Flame by Rebecca Yarros. Yeah, so you know, if you wanted to, read it with us so that you can kind of follow along a lot better, so that you're not kind of fucking lost on what the fuck we're doing and shit like that. It's completely up to you guys, but it would be a lot more fun. The more the merrier, you know. I fucking love books. Thank you so much, guys, for hanging out with us, for chilling, for lurking. Thank you, Ulysses, for introducing this book in the book talk today, the book club. It's really fun. I love the series. I'm happy
Yeah,
we
yeah,
started it.
yeah. Let's do it.
Okay. That's it for today. When can everyone see you next? When's next stream?
Oh shit! What day is it today? Wednesday.
I want to say it's Wednesday.
Yeah, it's my Wednesday. Yeah, so
Yeah.
I'll be online tomorrow, 6 p.m. CST. We're resuming the Rumble, so I'll be playing Dead Cells.
Oh, that sells. What's it about?
I can't tell you what it's about. I just know it's a fucking really cool roguelike where you play as a dude who has
Of
weapons.
course
Pretty
it's a
cool.
roguelite.
Look, I'm
Alright.
the rogue rumbler. I have to live up to it.
Okay. Okay, cool. My next stream will probably be Apex Legends. I don't know if I'm gonna be playing Genshin before that, but 100% Apex Legends with Fifi and Squeeze Thursday, May 9th at 5 p.m. PST. Big Poke. Okay. That wraps things up. That wraps things up. I really enjoyed this book. I really
Yay!
enjoyed this book talk. Yeah. Thank you again, everybody. Thank you, Ulysses. Shall we go raid?
Sure.
We go raid. Where do we go? Machine. The machine. Let me see.
I have a person playing League of Legends right now.
Lego Legends. Lego Legends. could do League of Legends. Sure.
I can send you the name.
Yeesh.
They're doing, I think they're doing like a donathon or something.
Okay. We end up supporting. Oh, my phone is so slow. It's so hard to fucking tell if they're actually still online or not.
Boom.
Trying to look at.
Here you go.
Okay, new person it seems. Let's fucking go. I love meeting new people. Though I am a nervous being. Here we go.
What? You nervous? That's crazy.
I'm nervous as hell. I'm always nervous, yes. Oh, okay. Channel has follower, subscriber only chat. It's follower, right? Not subscriber only.
Yeah, so follower.
Okay.
Could be.
Cool. Okay. We'll do a new raid message. Sinna and Billy. Book raid. Hand over your books. I don't know. Nom. Mawa, hello. We just finished.
Don't worry, don't worry, Mawa. Here's the conclusion. Read Yumi and the Nightmare Painter. It's fucking dope.
It's really nice. We just did book talk. We talked about all the plot character and all of that. We had spoiler mode and everything. This is the new raid message. We're actually about to go now. Support a friend of Ulysses, and they're playing League of Legends. So you're perfectly on time, Mawa. let's Mawa. No stream today, Mawa. Yeah, well, this is our monthly thing. Then we're gonna be reading Iron Flame by Rebecca, and for this month. Yeah. Let me see. Thank you again for the follow, the Baron of Roses. Thank you, Meepers, for the 1 bit. Appreciate it. And then Lakshani, thank you so much for the 8 months. Thank you everybody for hanging out, and I will see you guys later. Have a good morning. Goodbye. Good morning.